Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Cocainumrob, back from the dead. Gentlemen, it is I, Cocainumrob, back from the dead. And I bought Echo. Sorry guys, my Twitch wasn't muted. Oopsie doodle. Hi! Also, Huevas is a guy. Welcome. Yeah, Cocainumrob. I'm back after many months, many months. We're returning to Hom. I'm here with Halzakar, who's helping me get my wobbly deer legs back into the game here.
Hey everybody, Rob, in honor of the avatar you used, I'm wearing my own robe this evening.
Nice. Let's see here, who do we got? What up, Kai?
Hi, Bulk, Rad.
Yeah, hi guys. It feels good to be back in the chair. It feels good to see everybody again. We're going to continue this Hom playthrough. I know I've been gone for a while, but I never wanted to give up on this, and we're not gonna. So, here we are. We're on the Craig Hack campaign of Shadow of Death. Oh, my horde of icons? Yeah, don't worry about that. I have a lot of things that I have to do. So, anyway, let's, I'm getting my bearings. I haven't turned this on since the last time I played it with you guys, because I'm kind of, my viewpoint is kind of, I just reserve my time in this game for when I can play it on stream. We have to defeat a dead knight. So we got to kill dead people with Craig Hack, and he can go to 15, and none of these a-holes carry over, so they don't really matter. Okay, where are we at right now? What are we doing? What are we wearing? We're wearing dragon armor.
I'm wearing this by Versace.
Throw potions at them, they'll melt.
Actually, I'm not. I think this robe came from, like, I don't know, JCPenney or something. It was a gift. I don't know where it came from.
I mean, JCPenney, that's some solid shit. Like,
It's better than saying Kmart.
Yeah, you're not getting anything like crazy bad from JCPenney.
Set prices.
Oof,
Heyo.
got him. That's everything right now. Inflation, am I right?
Yeah, you got it. So, Rob, tell me.
Yes.
You are playing. Craig Hack comes out of the Fortress. Is that correct?
I think they call it Strong. Yeah, they call it Stronghold in this one.
Okay.
Yes.
So, of the people of the Stronghold, the good old castle. Okay. Let me. Seeing as how I still suck at this game after 20 years of intermittent play. This question has two parts. What do you consider your favorite town to work with in this game, and what do you think is just the general best?
I have to reload this save because I didn't move that character right, and he will get absolutely butt-fucked by that other guy down there, so we're just gonna do that. I really like Castle. It's the tutorial group, and I kind of fell in love with it very early. Castle's super dope, in my opinion.
Okay. Not that I'm doubting you, but could you articulate why?
It has a really powerful, if we'll just look at the unit list, the unit roster is really solid. It has a great but expensive unit in the Halberdier. They have pretty good, what's their special? They have like an anti-joust special. So like any unit, which I think really is only the Cavalier, but basically they can counter Cavaliers. So if you buy this unit when you're facing castle players, like you get a bonus. They still get level 4 spell like Mage's Guild. The monastery is a super powerful tier, like 5th level shooter. You have an unlimited retaliation flyer at level 3, so you can easily cross like borders, boundaries. You can get to shooters really quickly. The really powerful, cheap 2nd level shooter. Well, it's not cheap, but selecting marksman, like, it's great. Yeah. The stables are a great, like, potpourri building. Like, every single one of these has, like, a side building. The Griffin Bastion's amazing. Crusaders are brutal to fight because they're high armor, high defense. They've got great movement, and they attack twice.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Crusaders are the thing from my limited bad playing that really stood out to me is just how just nasty they are.
Yeah, Guavas, this game came out in 2001, I want to say, 2001. I've been playing it since it came out. There are, if you look way back in the archives now, I was with the channel when it started, and this was one of the first things I started doing on the channel was Heroes of Might and Magic, because it was sacred to me. I started learning to play the first game when I was 4 years old, and during a stream I mastered it by beating it in one sit down, like less than 12 hours, I think. And then I beat the second one, and now we're playing the third, and there are currently 7 of these games out.
So Heroes of Might and Magic 3 was released in March 1999.
Even older. The computer I played it on was a Gateway 2001. So there you go.
Oh, I'm feeling called out. That's what I took to college with me.
I was... When we got that, how old was I? Yes, sweetie?
Sorry, just really quick.
Yeah?
There's a big chunk of this missing. Did they say anything about it?
What?
There's an...
Mic off.
So, everybody, while Rob is taking care of something back at home, I do remember, I think, playing one of the early Heroes of Might and Magic in the computer lab at school, but whenever this came out, I wanted to be able to play it and do well at it, and then, as it turns out, I've always kind of sucked at it, so what I'm going to try and do is learn a bit from Rob while he does this, and, you know, maybe just maybe I won't be an utter joke whenever I boot up a save or something.
We're in a siege right here, and we are not gonna win it, but we're gonna play it manually to try to take as many fuckers down as we can. So this is why, because you can like stack units really hard. This guy's almost out of spell points, so that's helpful, but he's already breached my defenses, and that's not helpful.
That's
super unlucky. Although I think he might have ballistics, so that could explain that.
Oh, he may have done it specifically.
We're just gonna get rid of these guys if we can get rid of anything.
So those the champions there, I think they are.
Yes.
Those guys, they do more damage the further they move, right?
Jousting bonus, yeah. The further they move in a straight line, they're kind of brittle. They're not the best unit at that tier by any means, but you can get just a shitload of them, and they have incredible speed, so they give you spellcasting initiative. And that is dangerous.
Here's another question is, does their jousting bonus, do they have to move in a straight line, or is it just movement?
Somebody else could probably answer that question. I believe it's just movement.
Okay.
I've never really known, because when I have them, I just need them anyway. So that's what you roll with. Yeah, we're gonna totally lose this hero, but he was scraps anyway, so like that's not a big deal. Yeah, they're just peppering this group. We can't even do enough damage there. We'll just try and it's just as many casualties as we can cause, really.
Sure.
If they hadn't breached that defense, we would have relied on the towers to do a little bit more damage, but that's fine.
Yeah. There's not a way to direct the towers.
Yeah, movement in 3 later versions made it line. Okay. Thank you, Merc. Mercury's got the answer there. It is just movement, which is nice. Yeah, later ones did make it a line. I was not confident in the answer on this one.
So, is there one that you consider to quote-unquote be the best all-around, or is that also the castle?
The town?
Yeah.
there's a place like necromancers are probably the best. If I'm honest, they're brokenly good.
Just being
Most
able
people,
to raise so many.
yeah,
skeletons.
you can the power creep is super real. It goes very quickly. Do I have a tavern? No. Oh, there's one. We don't. We are apparently. I left this game in just doo-doo state because. Oh, I'm getting my butt pushed in right now.
Less than ideal.
Yeah, for real. We have to retake this castle. So that's like their main bastion right now, it looks like.
Okay.
Hey, Bard. Sorry, I'm checking several things right now.
That's okay.
Cool. I also had to order some food.
Yes.
I'm behind on everything these days, guys. I'm so busy. I'm working a new job. I bought a house. I moved into that house. I cried
Good
about
on
how
you, man.
expensive that house was.
Well, that's fair. That's entirely fair.
I'm going to let them have this building because there's virtually nothing here, and they may even upgrade the Mage's Tower for me while I go around. And then if I'm really good with how I use Craig Hack here, I can just swipe up and kind of try to make a circle, but I'm going to be chasing them in circles. So if I don't catch enough of them all at once, this ain't going to work. I also need to stay kind of out of their vision range, so I'm going to see if we can... Yeah, we can get there next turn. If they don't realize I'm there, the AI is sometimes stupid enough to not... Yeah, he came up to capture my gold mine.
Aha.
So we're gonna grab this.
Okay.
Free steal. We also just got day 7, and we got the stables, and they upgraded this for us. And we have advanced earth magic and advanced wisdom. So we were able to just get resurrection with like true resurrection into our portfolio with blind for Craig Hack. So we were probably going to win now since we got good spells, and that can make or break the game. Hey, Rad. Anyone try Frostpunk? Yeah, Bart, I love Frostpunk. Newt has a bunch of content on the stream. I think it's Newt. Is it Newt or Shy Guy?
I am not sure. I wish I had a better answer for you on that.
Yeah, the channel, we'll just say the channel, TM, does have a lot of that content. So if you really like Frostpunk or Frostpunk adjacent games, we've got playthroughs to show you, and they're pretty good. By all means, check them out. I love that game. I haven't played a lot of it, but it's very good. I think it's a very unique, like, city builder. Yeah, dude, things are... If anybody's been following for a while and's like, man, we haven't seen Cocainumrob in months, yeah, things were really rough. Just family stuff and employment stuff and a lot of life transitions and, like, you know, I went from being a dad of one... Early on, I was still streaming, and it's like, I went from being a dad of one to being a dad of two. You know, I have my stepdaughter now, and man, that transition was also brutal. Just super brutal for me. So, there's nothing like going from 1 to 2. There's nothing like going from 1 to 2, and I apparently did it the very hard way. We might be able to swing this battle. He doesn't have... This is a scouting force, and a good one, and a bigger one.
Right.
But he's stuck on the other side of that wall at the moment. We're gonna let him shoot at us, and we're gonna regret it. But because we're gonna try to lure these flyers in. And we've at least starved them of resources for a turn. Yeah, he's leaving them there. He doesn't want them to get killed, which is smart.
So if they go up, if they walk up to the gate will not open for them, will it?
Correct. It only opens from one side. If you put a unit on it and it dies, the gate stays open.
Right.
And particularly the water stops them, the moat, if they try to go through, but the moat is a non-damaging entity, unfortunately. It will not damage them, unlike other castle gates, or surroundings, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's just not the best.
They'll go through they won't go through the water, but others that, like the rampart that has, I think the rampart
has thorns.
Yeah, it has thorns that'll damage them, but they'll still walk through it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. They'll usually go through it if that's the opening they have. They'll take it. The AI is not as conservative with units as I am. Bonus kids, yeah. I went from 2 to 4. Yeah. God bless them. God bless you. It's a hard life. That's a hard thing. I had no. Like, I never thought that would happen to me, and I'm so glad it did because I love my daughter so fucking much. She's amazing. She's also a terrorist. She is absolutely a just wild child. All right, cool. We didn't take any casualties here getting this back. And they built the spell tower for us, which is also nice. I love when they do things for me. We'll catch him in a turn. We'll run him down.
Okay.
This guy. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
In the times I have played, I've kind of done more about playing in scenarios than I have in the campaign. But the thing that I keep stumbling with is I'm not sure if I am overbuilding or underbuilding. Like building out my my towns to have. What I try to do is build them up so that they generate the most gold, so you turning them from towns to
Mercury. I love that.
Yeah, building them up. But is it better to try and build as many unit creation spots as possible?
So it depends on the meta for, like, not the meta, like, this is games from 1999, and of course there's metas. There's, like, ways of playing that people will prefer or claim are, like, top tier, and that's for, like, competitive play. Okay. I've never, ever given a single fuck about playing this game competitively. Ow! Who went first?
I was gonna say, dude just booked it.
Yeah, he is just not having it. Am I slower than him somewhere? What?
So if you have the fastest acting unit,
you get. Oh, his griffins.
Priority.
His griffins are coming up next. So I don't think I have a way to get them both.
Are you repicking a fight with him over and over again to wear him out?
No. What I'm doing is, because we're using a modded version of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, there's a launcher installed that I use for this called RandHoMM 3 HD. It is an excellent tool that lets you play the game in native, like, different resolutions. It adds a replay battle button. It adds a skip button. Yeah, Han shot first. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. My wife says to. Oh yeah, it's rad. Han shot first. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, this could work.
You're gonna give him the teleports.
Here's the thing. Yeah. I'm pigeonholed there. I know how to do this.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is load the autosave. And one of the things you can do that a lot of people, like, won't do is you can move your units and reorder them like that. If you don't have tactics, you can't do it before the battle or during the battle or anything. But here I can do it and realign my troops. You're gonna see. Okay, I need to move him one more spot.
Talk to me why that's important.
I'm gonna do it again and show you.
Okay.
So the autosave features your friend, because it does an autosave at the end of your turn every time. And if you have to do something like build an extra thing or move a unit like I just did, watch what I can do with their champions now. Oh, no! Oh! I thought I had 2 spots there. Okay, I'll still demonstrate the lesson. It's still a valid lesson, but what we could have done if this was not in our way is we could have flown right in, gotten the champions, blinded the griffins, and then had initiative to keep going. And by aligning our Thunderbirds in the same space as his champions, they can cross the field to hit a two-row person. Like 1 2-row person. And against our glorious empire, goddamn. So yeah, that's why that is a significant opportunity.
Okay, so it's more about arrangement in comparison to the enemy's units than anything else.
Yeah, yeah. The way you arrange your units can matter a lot. And to go back to your question about, I gotta see where this guy is. Okay, let's go reconquer that. Is there anybody over here? I think they just sent a guy over here, but I don't think they sent him. I don't think they sent him the right way. I think they sent him the wrong way, or maybe he already left. I don't know.
No, I don't care.
Oh, did everything show up okay?
I think so.
Thank you, honey.
She was nice.
Oh, good. I appreciate you.
Warned her not to get hit by a car because people don't like to slow down.
Yeah, it's awful.
I'm a little peeved at the dispensary. Not at you anyway. But I call them like, are you guys out?
Hey, guys, I'm gonna have a side conversation real quick.
I'll
Mic
cover for you,
off.
don't worry about it. So as you can see right there in the middle of Rob's side, he's got the big frosted cake monster right there looking at him. Yep, that is a monster that's made out of frosted cake with big fondant claws. You can see those claws are made with fondant. Hello, TK. And in doing so with the fondant, that means that they are able to apply that sort of damage because you can shape the fondant in the appropriate way. Now Rob is sending his Ford his Ford sports car there to fly across and attack. That way that they can use their their more powerful V8s in order to take out those crossbowmen. Listen, Rad, if I were to use something that was good for this joke, then it wouldn't work. Yes, thank you, Mad Hatter. As you can see there, Rob's sports car just wiped out most of the enemy units. He just ran all over them because, you know, that V8 will take you there every time. Thunderbirds are the best. No, if he was going to use okay, first of all, the LeBaron was a Chrysler. But if we were going to talk about using a Buick, it should probably be a Grand National, the Darth Vader car. The car is so powerful with a V6 in it that the front end on it would pop up if you hit the gas too hard. They had to put weights in the front of that car in order to keep it from the front of the car from coming up off the ground. And the folks with the Corvette were so angry. Oh yeah, now it's all Stellantis. They were so angry that the Grand National was outpacing the Corvette. Which just cracks me the hell up. You made a Buick that's faster than the Corvette. It's like, well, gee, why don't you just make a better Corvette? And instead, they folded their arms and pouted in the corner.
Mic on.
All right, sorry. I'm back. Yeah, Night Owl Rob stream. I will be back randomly. I still can't commit to segments in my daily life, guys. Like, it's just way too much. But I will start to be around randomly a bit more. There will very highly likely be a subathon in September for September. And I will make at least a small appearance on that, if not a larger one. With a lot of the rest of the crew, it will not be a Rob-only stream, as some of the previous subathons have been, as we kind of like, the channel became established. But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, so people can look forward to that.
We're bandying around ideas for it, too, so...
Yeah, we're starting to get some ideas of what we want to do. It may be longer than 24 hours, it may not. Based on the involvement of people and the bandwidth that those people have. Yeah, Battlefield casualties. Okay, what's he gonna do to me? I see what he's gonna do. Anyway, carry on. We were talking about Chrysler, apparently. I worked there.
It's just while you were muted, I was making bad jokes about your behemoths being frosted cake monsters with fondant claws, and then when you use the Thunderbirds to attack, I referred to them as Ford sports cars running all over them, and that's where the Chrysler stuff came from.
I mean, right about. It's not a bad comparison. I also have the speed turned up a little bit. You can do that. That's another thing you can do with the mod. Otherwise, the game's animations are painfully. They're well. It's a well animated game for 1999. Like everything about this game was pretty nice. It was
the
pretty
thing that
sick.
I like is that they didn't try and overreach on it. They were like, yeah, we know this. We can go this far, and it'll look good this way.
Yeah,
And
it
we
was an
don't try and push it too
amazing. Like the studio that did this, they were a really well-regarded studio, and I think it was their owner basically effed up, and like they folded super hard.
Oh,
That person's gonna kill us if we don't get over the border here. We'll hang out.
Yeah, you got to get to Taco Bell real quick.
We got yeeted.
Oh, you didn't delete it.
Super deleted. Well, and that would be
Well,
why.
that's a hell of a move.
We'll just pull them out of there.
So once you retreat, like they're just or do the units show up somewhere else?
No, when you retreat, only the hero lives, and your units go. If you surrender, then you get your units. So this is this is why we do this lineup. Now this is gonna work.
Okay.
Because
So
they're
you
gone.
blinded their griffins.
Mm-hmm.
You killed their champions, so now their initiative count's going to be lower than yours.
By a few. I think their Crusaders are gonna come up. No, I might. It looks like I might get one more round in here. Yeah, I'm gonna get at least one more round of shooty shoots before they slap me in the face. And we're gonna use it on their most powerful guy to make him dead.
Yeah, and that was their big stack of crossbowmen, right?
They had a large stack of marksmen. Now this is a nasty stack.
Oh yeah.
They just whipped on some Thunderbirds. 6 is not an insignificant amount to lose. It is at this amount of units, kind of. They love going for horde stacks because it's easy to whittle numbers down on a big stack.
Yeah.
When you got, you know, nothing else going. And they don't. This guy does not have anything else going right now. More or less. He's got a lot of spell points, which means he's probably got a lot of, like, good... There we go. I don't want him to shoot me again. He's probably got a lot of good artifacts. We'll see in a minute here, because I'm going to take them from his corpse.
So,
yeah, there they are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Necklace of Swiftness gives all... This is one of the things you always want to have on. If you find this... Hey, baby, what's up?
You just want 100 milligrams.
Increase your speed
I'd like
by
2
one.
100-milligram gummies, please. Thank you.
Okay.
We're going until 12:30, guys, just for the record.
So,
Yes.
follow-up question, and I need to make sure I grab onto it and articulate it properly before it gets away from me.
Mm-hmm.
You have in your army unit. Well, I guess not really. That one's actually pretty much just one town. Is it that you do not want to mix units from different towns because you take the morale hit, or is it like it's not really enough to worry about?
Sometimes you want the morale, sometimes you don't. Like, usually you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're losing turns. If you start losing turns, you're gonna have a bad time.
Well, yeah. That's action economy at play.
Yeah.
So.
But overall, he's just got full stacks, and they're all really powerful, so I can't replace them, and I'm at an economic disadvantage right now.
Sure.
I don't remember the starting situation. I may have just goofed up really hard this whole time, like, for all I remember. I'll take 2 as well. You'll have to come to Michigan, and then sure. Michigan.
I've heard of Michigan.
Michigan.
What
I do know people that say it that way.
I just remember it from a Welcome to Night Vale joke.
Ah, that was such a good series. My first girlfriend ever loved Night Vale. That was like her thing.
I listened to it all the way up to, I think, episode 100. And then...
Is it still going?
I don't know.
I'm
After
not
that
sure.
big arc, I just kind of bowed out because I'm like, no, we're not going to get... Like, that was such a good ending with the war against Strex Corp that I'm not...
You're like, that's where I will leave this.
Yes, this is a good place for me to go. And that was what I opted for. Okay, so your goblins here. Are you...
Sure, buddy, you can sit with me.
Hello, Von Falkenstein.
I'm sorry, I was just in my partner.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm playing
That's-
a game,
no.
buddy.
You want me to help you?
Yeah, sure.
So,
How do I do it?
You're gonna have to. He doesn't stop for anybody.
yeah, I understand.
Murder Baby is now a 4-year-old, and he's like over 4 feet tall. So
Do I do this button
What?
or this
Good lord.
you can do this button right. Do you want to do the enter button right here? There you go. You just bought a bunch of Cyclops.
Ooh, bunch of Cyclops.
It is bedtime.
Do you
So-
wanna sit down and try this tomorrow?
Yeah.
What would
Okay.
a horde of Cyclops be called?
Sure,
That
buddy.
be an Oculus of
It's
Cyclops?
It's your long nap. It's your night nap.
Here, give me a kiss goodnight,
Give
buddy.
Daddy a kiss goodnight.
I can take a little nap.
You can take a full night's
you
sleep.
have to take a full night's sleep.
Okay.
You have to take a long rest, kiddo.
Literally, that's what we have. That's what I have to tell him is he needs a long rest. That's exactly how I have to put it. Is no, it's time for your long rest, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he's a wizard.
No, Rob, here's the thing. If he's 4, then
Yeah.
he was born in the era of D&D 5th edition. So you've got the...
I was a 5th edition player. Yeah,
so you've got those mechanics at play.
I was
The
that
lens
guy.
of Cyclopses. You know
A
what?
lens?
There was the debate about what do you call a large group of Cyclopses, and I asked, would it be an Oculus of Cyclops?
I like that. I think if it's not, that's what it should be. We're gonna, since he's already used his magic initiative here on our Thunderbirds to just slow him down, we're gonna wait outside his castle walls and see if we can just pummel him to death.
What is a group of Google, you will answer me. The word Cyclops is normally pluralized as Cyclopses, although the term Cyclopeans was also used
I've
in
seen
antiquity for a multitude.
I've understood it as Cyclopeans.
That's probably better.
Yeah.
Cyclopeans as a group. Now here's the thing that gets me, is that they are using a plural term for a group. They're saying that is a term for a multitude, whereas my familiarity with all of the other groups' names for a multitude treat them as a singular entity. So a murder of crows, pod of whales, a bitter of comedians, that sort of stuff.
The word Cyclops is probably older than our English conventions, though, so maybe that's why.
Maybe so. It did say in antiquity, so
yeah,
it's probably just a direct translation of an old. Hello, Ether.
Ether, what's up, buddy? Thank you for 69. Nice.
Yeah. As Squick says, the sex number, which
it is.
The first time he said that lodged in my head. It is there.
Most of the
now.
things that Squick says live rent free in my head, like every damn day.
He's got such a gift for picking terms.
He does have a mouth. No, I love him. God love him.
A human mouth.
Yeah, that's what he would say too. A human mouth. So right now we're just trying to gird ourselves to not take too many losses. There's a little squick in all of us. Oh, gun is a tool that you can use on... what was this quote? Gun is a tool that you can use on many objects. Head and shoulders, knees and toes. That's funny.
Wow. That's dark, Cookie.
I'm going to have to quiet down a little, so I'm going to bring my volume down because Liam is now in the sleep mode.
I will say, just so you know, I am allowing a few episodes. He is very much calm down.
Thank you. That's very fair. I appreciate you.
He's in his bed with his tablet, chilling. So.
Okay, thank you. We're going to see if we can res any units right now. We can bring back a bunch of these hobos. Oh, that was good.
So having a giant stack of just basic-ass units is really powerful in this game.
It can be. I mean, as you can see, they're easily dispatched and countered.
Yeah.
But 330 times 1 to 2 damage with that 30 attack skill modifier.
That's true.
And that's your cheapest unit, and it's also a pretty quick field crossing unit. Like, the enemy, the AI considers it a threat by the numbers, even though it's not as bad as it may seem.
Call it threatened by the numbers.
We
don't
can't
know the next line.
We can't get over their wall, so that's not great. We're gonna use cure.
Now you can.
This is basically a magical war of attrition right now, which I'm winning. Like, I'm gonna win, but not before these towers continue to pepper me, and I do just hate that.
I'm sorry. I was just struck by you cured the Cyclopeans, and then it was like, no, more blind.
I just noticed the moat does do damage, but only to enemy factions, not to a friendly faction. So it seems as though the friendly faction can always cross the border.
Well,
it's one of those things that I, again, just never bothered to learn, if I'm honest.
Well, I mean, it's because the gators in it are trained properly, is what it is.
Yeah, they just don't like human meat.
It's like, if you go out there and you feed them every day, then they don't want to bite you. Because this is
lowered
fantasy, and why not?
We lowered our casualty numbers quite heavily by taking control of that ourselves.
I kind of figure that's always going to be the case, because
usually, yeah, there are times where I haven't been able to beat the AI at its own game, literally, but they're few and far between. Oh, tier 1 moat just slows, and then once you wait, there's no tiers. Moat's just moat in this.
Is
or
it
wait.
Is it the step
I think he means
castle?
when it's in the middle, and then when it goes to castle, it damages.
Okay, so here's something right here. I see in the upper left you have not upgraded that place to a capital.
I don't have the money.
In games that I have played, my priority has been to get all the way up to the capital level for resources early on.
Mm-hmm.
Am I like?
So yeah, let's circle back.
Myself into a doctrine.
Let's circle back to that question, because I never really answered it properly because I have a squirrel brain. So you were talking about basically what do we do with city planning is really what it is. Like, how do you do city planning in these games? And the answer is it depends on who your faction is. And kind of what the map is. There's a lot of variables that get involved. Mm-hmm. We need to stop that from happening. Basically, this is our strong point now. Like, we need this guy to be here, stopping them from doing anything, basically from getting around us. And in the meantime, we're going to have this guy build up as a secondary army to keep our backline safe, because they have a portal in with this castle right here that is gate guarded. So, like, I literally can't get to that. They do that to keep constant pressure on you.
Right.
Those bastards. Anyway. So, like, I can go through an example with Castle. With Castle, I try to blitz my first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In my first week, I see how much of guardhouse archers, griffins, and barracks I can get the base building built. And I try to get as many units as possible. So I try to get to at least Citadel, the 2nd level, because then I'm generating more units faster. And I float my economy on exploration and using those initial units. I also
Okay.
try to buy a hero right away, because
Right.
buying a hero right away gives me extra units and an extra horse to go pick up the unguarded resources.
Okay, I'm with you on that. And the extra hero also lets you take control of defending your towns as well.
Meanwhile, with Stronghold, I
Mm-hmm.
usually, because they don't come with like wisdom or anything, sometimes I'll go for the Mages Guild right away because they rely on map pickups to get like any good spell work done.
Okay.
But I will always sit here and do Goblin Barracks, Wolf Pen, Orc Tower. I'll try to get the Hall of Valhalla Tower because that gives you a free +1.
Okay.
And a free
Is that
plus.
just for the orcs, or is that for everybody?
It's for anybody that comes into your town. So if you send somebody in here, they get a +1 one time, and that's it. So you want your
Gotcha.
heroes to get that early. So like when you build it, you don't want to have to bring people back to get it. You want it to already be done. And the mess hall is important because that gives you more gobos by 8. So getting more goblins, getting more buildings and everything up, that's what you want. That's like the important stuff, because then these numbers are higher and the growth numbers are higher.
Okay.
And if your growth numbers are higher and you can buy early on, your economy will catch up.
So but okay.
Digiman 619, the anti-digs.
The thing that jumps at me is that in the Rampart, your bonus unit building is it's for the dwarves, and it's like, is that one seems less.
Battle
Great.
dwarves are one of the most robust things. Battle dwarves will kick the ass out of a lot of creatures.
Battle dwarves will, but base dwarves will not.
Correct, but it's good to get that building going, because after that, the Rampart has an incredibly powerful building that's very expensive called the Treasury. Now, I used to like playing Rampart, but I don't anymore, because only having one shooter unit, it really, and it's a good one. Grand Elves are a great shoot unit.
It's
However,
a double shoot.
Yeah, and it's a powerful double shot. However,
Like the dendroids are slow.
it's a very, very defensive formation.
Right.
Like, it's a very defensive unit set. What is this guy doing back here? When did you come back here and why? All right. Well, we're going to have to stick a fork in your eye.
You know what? Let's do that.
Oh. I already visited one of those. All right, this guy's blue, and we're just going to blow him up. Yeah, all right. What do you have first? This is easy.
Yeah, not much, is there?
No, he's a scouting unit. He has very little to throw at me. Please be able to get somewhere. Fuck. Oh, that's lucky. That's lucky. We like that.
Oh yeah. Getting that double morale.
Morale boost is nice. He's still gonna hit these guys with a thunderbolt. Yeah, they all do. But we like taking their things and stuff, and we're gonna go end our turn sitting right on these stables, so that we maximize our movement in the next turn.
Yeah, because you're on day 7.
Yeah. So you are doing the squick. Is this what squick does? What does squick do?
I need to know.
I need
more.
context. I need context.
I'm not sure exactly what he's referring to.
I-
Fork to the eye. Oh, in WBPLW, the dastardly Squick, one of his signature moves is he'll grab you in a headlock and pull a fork and stab you in the forehead with it.
No part of this surprises me.
Like he's Abdullah the Butcher or something.
0.0% of this surprises me.
He asked me at one point, he said, because originally I had just made a robot and named it Squickbot. And then I was like, no, let's actually ask what he wanted to have. And he goes, well, could I look dapper? Could you put me in a suit? And I was like, yeah. He goes, is there a top hat? I said, yes. And then he said, is there like the most hateful cheating moveset that we can do? And I went, I got you covered.
Fork in the eye.
Well, okay, prepare, because you're there. Here you go, chat. You're gonna
My
get,
loins
you're
are
gonna get the
girded.
secret. So, one thing I try and do on every episode is have what I'm calling a feature match. Basically, it's a match of things I pull off the workshop that are thematic matchups. I had Elvis Presley versus Dave Grohl.
Oh, that's awesome.
So stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at one point I had a match that was I think it was Millard Fillmore versus Richard Nixon.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. Nixon's moveset
Disgusting.
is a bastard of a moveset.
Do you just like throw napalm? Like
No. It is basically Squick's character is
syringe
the
of
Richard
Agent
Nixon moveset.
Orange? Like
No, it's the Richard Nixon moveset, but set to the stats that everybody in WBPLW, because everybody who's in WBPLW, except for the jobbers, their stats are all set the same. It's the same number of points. And so they have Nagash? Oh, God. That's terrible.
not that Nagash.
Okay. Well, I
Not
know.
that one.
I'm just going for the joke. So
Oh,
I
no.
just took the Richard Nixon moveset and then altered the stats and gave it to Squick. So he does things like hit people in the junk. He does stuff like stab people with a fork.
It's a very Squick move as well.
He does things like his finish is the testicular claw. And honestly, when he releases the testicular claw, when it doesn't get a submission in the right period of time, it's just as horrifying as the move itself is.
And
Because
twist.
he doesn't just let go; he just rips his hand away from it.
Yeah, you
and
can
it
never
does,
just let go.
Yeah. So
If you're gonna grab him by the balls, you got to make it count.
he does, and so there. Now everybody knows where Squick's moveset came from, because he wanted the most
Nixon.
hateful, bastardly moveset that we could put together, and I was like, somebody already did that work for me.
Yeah, this will be easy.
Yeah. Well, originally I was going to build it, and then I was scrolling through my stuff, and I looked at it, I was like, huh, how bad is this one? And then I looked at it, I was like, oh,
Bad.
oh, he is a son of a bitch.
Real bad. It's real bad.
He is a son of a bitch. and yes, Rad, I am expanding people out. It's Legion members, and then I'm putting in Aux members too. I'm trying to get the first. We're trying to get through and get the first champion crowned.
Someday, I will be in there,
Yeah.
and when that day comes, we'll just find a Tony Montana one, and that'll be my moveset. You talking to me?
Well, hang on, let me go look.
There
me
will
see if
be.
someone's
There
gonna-
has to be. Somebody's done Scarface.
Well, we don't know, and
I
that's
don't
the
know.
hell of it.
I
is
think we
because-
know.
The hell of it is that some stuff you would not expect to be in there is, and then some stuff that you would
There's Care
expect to be
Bears.
in there is not.
There's totally Care Bears.
There are bears, but there are not Care Bears.
Oh, damn. I wanted Care Bears.
It's because I don't know enough about like making the assets and that sort of stuff to put it in. There was somebody, and folks who have watched will remember this. There was a Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force where they went through and retextured and reanimated all kinds of stuff just to put Carl in Aqua Teen Hunger Force in the game.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. The hell of it is there's one animation that doesn't work right. Because when he walks, it flips the bottom of his foot up, and it looks like he breaks his ankle with that one foot whenever he walks.
Yeah.
Also, you can't put a tail on Godzilla, so you have what is someone like went through and did the work to make a Godzilla, and they did a really good job. But Godzilla's also a son of a bitch, so. Oh, von
You're-
Falkenstein, don't give me down the road about that. Everybody loves the fact that that Aiden and Lady Red's dogs are in the game now.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, they're a tag team.
Of course they are.
Yeah, they had the exact same move set, so
Oh my god, that's funny.
they jump up on everything. That was the joke.
They jumped
Is
on it.
yes, my joke was that
Immediately
They are.
fist everything.
my joke was that they're very jumpy dogs, so they jump up on everything.
There you go.
And no, nobody has made a Tony Montana, although what they have done is, well, Razor Ramon, who is very clearly based off of him. So
I mean,
I could probably
that'll do.
that.
Yeah, that'll do.
We'll talk sometime, and I'll get the particulars for the visuals and that sort of stuff. We'll talk.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it in. We'll set up
Yeah,
a meeting.
yeah.
I'll schedule you for next Tuesday.
We'll circle back.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat's just bit their tongue off having a seizure at the corporate buzzwords.
Yeah, really. It's like, I escaped this shit on the weekend.
I don't want to do this. Leave me
Oh, good.
alone.
Ooh, we found a weak person. Bye-bye. I'm not even going to look at you die.
Oh.
I'm not even going to watch you die. I'm going to just
Sucks
skip
to
it.
be you. It sucks to be you.
To get just pummeled.
Oh, they found a shield.
Yeah,
Or
we
are they
got...
looking for a shield?
No, we got one early on, or that treasure's been there since early on, but it wasn't worth it to grab it at the time, so I finally circled back to it, and I'm just using those old stacks to give this character XP, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like reflagging everything that I've lost, and he's strong enough now to be resecuring my rear line, although this may hurt. Not at all. Okay, never mind. I defeated their core hero and they're dead. They just don't know it yet.
He's your cleaner. He's going around sweeping up.
Yeah, he's in the backfield right now, keeping everything in check. We've now searched this half of the map and haven't found the tent we need, so hooray.
Oh,
We're gonna go murder that guy. Fortunately, we're stronger than all of their stuff. We need the green tent and the red tent to stop them from getting unlimited reinforcements. However, we've also probably decimated their economy by them having to buy 2,500 gold heroes every time. I don't have a favorite Don Bluth film. I don't know what those films are.
Don Bluth films are things like Fievel Goes West.
I love Fievel.
Land Before Time.
I loved Land Before Time.
You know what? As a kid, I loved them. As an adult, there is no way I'm watching those.
I mean, some things
way.
become sour with the realities of time and everything. But...
Well, as a kid, I did not understand the trauma of watching a parent die in front of you, like what happens in Land Before Time.
Yeah, that's not great. That part's not great. But,
And,
I mean, they did it to me in Lion King, so I can take it.
Yeah, that was... Look, okay, here's a story for you.
Okay?
About inadvertently traumatizing one of my kids. So, it was on the back half of COVID, and the local movie theater was doing this, like, hey, we can rent out the theater to a party of people, and like, here's what we have that you can watch.
That's really neat.
And it was cool, and a friend of ours like, hey, the group of us haven't gotten together, everybody's tested negative, let's get together and the kids can watch this.
Mic off.
We'll watch a movie together in the movie theater. Oh, okay, cool. Would you like to take a guess what the movie was? Oh yeah, Secret of NIMH was also Don Bluth. It was The Iron Giant. Rob went quiet. I'm afraid that something... No, it wasn't Alien. We had our small kids with us. It was The Iron Giant. And while Hal's a Kid the Elder was running around with the other kids in the theater, having a good time, just enjoying playing with other kids, which was fine, Hal's a Kid the Younger planted himself in my lap and stayed there and was watching, like, riveted the whole time. And okay, so this lets me tell the story. And so it gets to the end of the movie. You know that part where everybody is trying not to, but you're snuffling and blubbering, and when the Iron Giant goes, yeah, I can't even watch it on YouTube without getting that. But the Iron Giant, Superman, and yes, you guys know what it is. And my younger kid starts bawling his eyes out, and now I'm crying for 2 reasons. And
Mic
Hello.
on.
hey, Rob.
Sorry, my wife and I were discussing. We have chickens now, by the way. So if you want to keep, if you're doing like Rob's like a life update, 6 month later life update bingo card, and you had chickens on it. Wow.
Win.
Well, number one, wow. Number 2, like what foresight. Number 3, if you're the one who told her about the chickens, I'll murder you.
Rob, that's clucked up.
That's clucked up. God
yeah.
damn it.
So the movie that was in the theater, and chat's with me, though, on this, was The Iron Giant.
I did not like that.
And so my older kid's running around playing with the other kids that are there, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. But my younger one was riveted the entire time, and then whenever you get to what chat kept putting in the whole "you stay, I go" Superman section, he is crying so hard he's damn near screaming.
Oh,
And
wow.
you know, at the end of it, like the thing happens and it's like all the pieces are coming back together. And I'm trying to tell him, it's like, no, look, buddy, he's putting himself back together.
He's gonna be okay.
And he says, no, he died. He died for real. He's gone forever. And I was just like, oh God, I am such a horrible parent. And I felt so awful.
You're like, I feel dirty. I am diabolical. What have I done?
The movie is excellent.
I hate it.
I mean, you can hate things. There is nothing.
I've got a real. I don't call it valid, but I have a reason.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying it's not valid. There are things that are considered to be good that you can hate.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why.
Go for it.
When I was a kid, they used to play that movie for 12 hours on Cartoon Network on certain days.
Did they really?
They'd have 12-hour showings on Cartoon Network of the Iron Giant.
So you're basically just straight up burnt out on it.
Yeah. It was
Oh, that makes
on
sense.
so often, and I was like, I can't watch anything that I actually want to watch right now.
Yeah, no, I get that. Believe it or not, I really do understand that. My dear darling Nandy is one of those Christmas people.
Yeah.
So whenever they, like, TNT or your TBS would do a 24 hours of a Christmas story.
Same
like,
thing. I don't like Christmas
that's who
Story.
It was for her. Now, I don't have a problem with Christmas Story. Christmas rolls around.
I'll be
she wants to
honest.
watch it, that's
I
fine.
don't mind it now. I don't mind it nowadays. I'll say
Right.
that.
But you know, I'm good with it like once.
Yeah, 24 hours of a Christmas Story, fucking. There
Well-
better be something else going on, or I'm gonna blow my brains out.
And I mean, they did that on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And since
Yeah,
they
it
didn't
wasn't
have
that
things like
often.
and since they didn't
Found
have
it.
like the NFL contract or anything like that, it's like, okay, I understand why you did it. And that's
I love Christmas.
that's
It's my
fine.
favorite holiday.
there is, how can I best put this? There is
Von Falk, you're probably right. I know I'm in total map cleanup mode right now. So I'm just kind of like I've more or less checked out because I won already.
Wait, what did he say at the tent? Someone worthy to what? At the
Huh?
green tent. He said, I've been looking for someone
Oh,
worthy.
sorry. That's just a Keymaster tent. That's how you. Oh. Well, I didn't like that. We're gonna bring all of them back to life now. And
That's a Keymaster tent? Is that where Vince
We-
Clortho is?
no, but it. but well played. And
You can't, damn it, you can't
can't
call
just
somebody a
softball it in
keymaster
like
without
that.
me. Yes.
I'm the
you gotta let
keymaster. Are
me
you the
do it.
gatekeeper?
Who brought the dog?
That's just those. They always say the same thing. That's why I'm like, ah, whatever. Because I've read
Yeah.
it 10,000 times. But it lets us
Right.
get into this fucking castle and do fucking
Oh.
exterminatus on this fucking place. And we got a
So,
really
okay.
nice sword too.
Ah, there's an S word here.
Shit. Oh, never mind. I get it.
What is nice about that particular one?
It's just a high tier relic. Like the relics all kind of have tiers. This one's +6, and it's really rare. It's usually guarded by a top tier monster, like the final tier monster, such as those Phoenix. And it's a +6 with no drawbacks. So unless you have some other thing going, like some like if I had a synergy, like a sword that became an artifact set. Like with the dragon scale armor, which there is a dragon scale armor set. I just don't have all the parts yet. That would be, when you do something else with it. Yes, Funful. But are you a god? I am here. I am in this game.
It's context specific.
Yeah, I am here. I am in this house and in this game. I am.
Look, dude, watching Alien when you're 2 or 3.
Never did that.
That's.
I didn't make
choice.
a solid effort. And
Wait, okay, hang on. This is a mechanics question.
Yeah, sure.
Whenever you pull up one of the units there at the recruit spots,
Yeah.
it pulls it up if you grab one just on the left.
Yeah.
Like where you were.
This is part of the mod
Okay.
only. This functionality is only part of the mod.
No. But you do that if you click on you get the same screen if you click on the building.
Yes.
But you see how it's got both of them up there?
Yep.
Can you click on one of them and recruit that one for cheaper?
Yeah, look, they're 40 versus 50.
Hmm.
Now, it's not worth it when it comes
That
to
is-
goblins because
I'm just saying in general. That is.
you can do it, but the goblins, they lose an attack and a defense and 2 points of speed, so they become very slow, they don't cross the field well, and they are even more brittle, so they just get fucking butt
But
blasted.
I just meant in general. I did not know that was a functionality that existed.
Yes, you can
Okay.
always go back and buy the lower tier unit. I don't know if I ever have. I usually find a way around it. It's just not part of my play style.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, like, if you're in a extremely tight space, I could see that be the case.
Did we break that? One of the things I never liked about some of the castles, and I've actually never even mentioned this to anybody. This is the first time I've actually said it out loud and articulated it. You can't always tell if the castle wall is breached if it's at a certain angle with certain things.
Yeah.
I realize now that this one is not, but it took me a minute. The edibles also just hit, but whatever. So that could have something to do with it. I'm sure you've asked so many questions tonight that I haven't answered, but I'm having a great time.
No.
Thank you for coming by.
No. Oh, you're welcome. You have actually, as the questions have gone, they've gotten answered, and then every now and then I've attempted to fill in whenever you've needed to step away with
Thank you.
maybe not funny, but perhaps slightly amusing statements.
No, I've heard some of them. They have been quite good. I would hire you again.
Wait, we're getting paid for this?
No, you're an
No.
intern.
Oh, shit.
Unpaid, might I add.
Yeah. That's that's synonymous with the intern in my head.
Yeah, really. Okay, we'll be able to get him this turn. There we go. Castle down with only 2 birdies lost. And so one of the things that not everybody knows is that we sit in here today because there is a mage tower here. We've used up all these spell points. They will refill. Oh my god, we got Town Portal. We just won. We won the whole campaign. It's over.
Wait. Hang on.
Yeah?
If you hang out for a day in a town that has a mage tower...
Watch what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, watch what happens here. You see their blue bars are empty?
Yeah. Does it have to be a certain tier?
They rest. No. Any tier.
Okay.
As soon as you
Any
have a Mage's
tier.
Guild, it's like having an overnight magic well.
Gotcha.
It's a very powerful thing to have. We got probably the most powerful exploration spell in the game, Town Portal. Fuck, I mean, teleports your hero to any friendly town. It must be unoccupied.
Good lord.
We can instantly be anywhere to defend anything.
Yeah.
And you can travel the whole map as long as you're capturing castles.
Wow.
Volk, you didn't know. I finally got Von Falkenstein. I finally got him with one that he didn't know. He didn't know about.
Oh, the Mage Tower thing?
He did not know about the Mage Towers. That's the first time I think I've ever gotten him. He is like me. He is a old school first off the boat player, I believe, of this game. My dad got this game when I was 7, and I'd already been playing 1 and 2 for probably 3 years at that point. I started playing when I was 4.
Oh, wow.
Which I'll be honest, Liam can't even turn on the computer yet, and it just makes me a little sad. But
I didn't realize I was that much older than you. Okay.
I'm an old young man.
Fair enough.
I feel it in my bones, but my bones are only 32.
Dude, look, there are parts of my body that are in their 70s at this point.
Yeah. There are parts of my body that are dead.
It's
Oh, my dick fell off. No.
my left knee injury is old enough at this point to rent a car. So,
Oof.
yeah.
You gotta be, what, 25 for that?
Yeah.
Happened when you were 16?
17.
I was so close.
Hang on, let me get my calculator.
Hang on. I gotta math my age. I forgot my age for a minute yesterday.
I'm right. I didn't forget my age. It's just sometimes I don't trust myself to do the math properly.
There was a moment I had the other day where I was like, how old am I again? Fuck.
Old enough that I should know better.
Yeah. Old enough that I should know the answer to this question.
Yeah, my left knee is jacked up for 25 years, which of course messes with my right knee because I'm unconscious. I was unconsciously trying to compensate
bias.
for it.
Yeah.
Well, trying to compensate for it when I really shouldn't have been.
Yeah, you start leaning on it different and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had let me see, my shoulder is intensely jacked up. That's probably
I just want to
14
I want to pause
years.
for 2 reasons real quick.
Go for it.
Bard hit us with a highlighted message. When I saw
okay.
Alien for the first time, I probably went in expecting something like E.T., kind of like all those moms who brought their kids to see Jurassic Park in the theaters thinking it would be like Barney.
Oh, God.
Nice. That did happen.
When Parallax and I went to go see The Force Awakens, right?
I hated that movie.
The first sequel movie?
I mean, I didn't hate it at the time. In retrospect, I actually just won't watch any of them because I choose to believe that they aren't part of Heroes or not here. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Duh.
See, the first one, it's like that's fine.
It was fine
for me. The first one's fine. The first
I was
one
like,
was a warm blanket.
They could still do this, all right. That was what I basically said to myself. Like, this could still be okay.
So
it was not okay.
I mean, The Force Awakens was fine. It was really familiar.
I meant after that.
Yeah, no, it was not okay after that. Oh,
yeah,
God, it was not okay. Anyway, we went and saw The Force Awakens in theater, and there was a mom who had brought, like, her 3 or 4-year-old kid to watch that. And then the moment when
Han
Kylo Gax Han... Spoilers. Sorry.
If you haven't seen that, I think I was still in college when that came out. So, you know what? You're shit out of luck.
Statute of limitations.
Yep.
But the moment that happened, it's like...
Scarred for life.
This kid started sobbing.
Can you imagine being a 3-year-old kid who'd maybe even watched all of the initial Star Wars, so you thought Han was like your fucking hero? And your mom takes you to the theaters at like 3 years old. You don't understand any of this shit yet.
Hero.
just get
You see your
fucking
hero-
gacked in the chest
Like, just horrifically and
by
callously
his
murdered.
child.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, and it's like, oh. Yeah, no, your kid ain't coming back from that one, lady.
And then, you know...
You want to know what that kid's name was? Jeffrey fucking Dahmer, too. Like,
And then I
that kid ain't
watched,
okay.
no, probably not. And then I went and I have seen, because I saw the re-releases. Obviously, I'm not old enough to see the originals in theater originally, but I saw
My
the
dad
re-releases
was.
in theater, which was pretty awesome. I'll say that seeing the re-releases was pretty awesome. And then I was like, wait,
I
why
watched
did you
those.
add...
I went to that in 95.
Yeah, why
I
did you
went to-
add bullshit in, George?
I'm gonna be honest though.
Yeah,
Empire. That what happened to that kid
yeah.
happened to me with Empire.
Oh, yeah?
It did. Now that I'm thinking about it, for many years I would not. I'd watch 1 and I'd watch 3, and I would not rewatch Empire because it got me a little. Like it really did. I think it was the arm getting cut off, like the whole "you are not my father" and all that.
Yeah.
I know I'm not quoting it correctly, guys. Spare me.
We get the point.
Yeah. Just the tone of that movie, and it is darker, and it is really good. There's a reason I think that's the one. God damn, I need him to stop doing that. Okay, we're gonna have to redo this one.
So, the structure of the original 3 Star Wars is it's a space opera.
Well, yeah,
And so the middle act is
the drama.
Yeah, the middle act is where the heroes are, their back is against the wall, and then you get to see them overcome.
Mm-hmm. And it's such a classic thing, and it was so very well done, in my opinion. I couldn't get past it with that like particular scene.
No, I understand. Look, what did I say the other day? I was teaching one of my classes. I said, the thing we have to remember is that every human being on the planet is broken and traumatized in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Something bad happened to all of us.
Yeah.
That
I won't
messed us
say
up.
that it gave me trauma. I just wouldn't go back and watch it.
I understand that.
Thank you, honey.
But
it did mess with me enough that I was like, I can't watch this again. What do you want, buddy?
I told you.
Hang on, we're gonna put the boy to bed.
okay, so
yeah, he
this'll
isn't.
give
He
me an
won't go down
opportunity
yet.
this will give me an opportunity to ramble on about weird Star Wars stuff. So I'll talk about it until you get back. How's that sound, Rob?
That is perfect.
All right. So
Mic off.
one of the things, this is my own particular weird hill to die on, but one of the things in the original trilogy that I think made it so good is that all of the lightsaber battles, obviously they're a conflict between the characters, but they're designed and meant to be the personification of the emotional conflict between the characters. It's not, Obi-Wan and Vader's duel is very restrained. It's very careful because they have history with each other. They know what can happen. They know all of this sort of... They're like, no. We got to be... They're playing it back. And then you get into Empire, and Luke is desperate and flailing against, big bad monster Vader, and Vader's just kicking him around because he can. And then you get into Jedi, and Vader is overwhelmed and can't handle Luke, and Luke is... just going to town. Like, those are all reflections of what the motivations and the emotional conflicts between the characters are. Then you go into the prequels, and it's all just cool choreography. That's it. Everything about it is just, oh, this would be cool, and we'll do this cool thing, we'll do this. And it's like... And then in the second one, they give Yoda a lightsaber. Out of all the Force users that ever showed up in a Star Wars movie, the last one that needs a lightsaber is frickin' Yoda. Like, he's squaring off with Dooku, and Dooku throws lightning, and Yoda catches it, and then Dooku's like, I guess we must... And it's like, Christopher Lee was always cool as hell, but it's the worst delivery. We must settle this with our prowess with the lightsaber. And so, as opposed to the fact that Yoda, of all people, Dooku could have been flinging stuff and throwing lightning and everything, and the response should have been Yoda's going, and like waves his hand and nothing happens. And then Dooku pulls a saber, and Yoda flicks his fingers, and Dooku just like jettisons into orbit or something. That's okay, Falkenstein. It's choreographed, but it's choreographed intentionally. It's not just cool looking. That's the difference. Like there's a method to it as opposed to we're just doing cool stuff. But no, we had to have that. We had to have Yoda straight up setting up to murk somebody. And then you go into Sith, and Yoda is a bitch. Well, okay, no, maybe Yoda wouldn't have launched Dooku into orbit, but Yoda would have... The idea is that he's powerful enough that he could have just shut him down. He did not have to... pulling a saber was very much against... And yes, it was the limitation in the original series. Yoda was a puppet. They couldn't do any of that. But the fact that Yoda could have just been like, hey, and Dooku's like, oh, I'll do it. And Yoda's like, yeah, no, you can't force now. You can't force right now. And then Dooku pulls a saber, and Yoda goes, yeah, no. And, like, the saber would break in his hand or something. Like, that would make more sense for the character. But instead, it's like, no, we have to have, super happy funball Yoda. And then you get into Sith, and Yoda goes to lightsaber fight. He goes to laser sword fight against the Emperor, doesn't win immediately, and then quits and bails. Like, he's not even hurt. He just quit. He's like, oh God, I didn't win fast. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go live in the swamp. And hey, Chocobo. And so that is part of why I just really detest the prequels. And then, like, it's enough that I have Laserdisc scans of the original releases. And, okay, Kai, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan was one of the few good things about the prequels. Ewan McGregor was cool as hell. But, first of all, they never talked about Dooku being his apprentice. Like, that never comes up. And so, if you don't tell us that, don't put that in there as subtext. Like, you have to convey that somehow. And I kind of think that, well, I'm not going to go into it. And then the sequels were just such a mess. Like, Force Awakens was meant to be the warm blanket to welcome you, but it's like, the prequels hurt you, but here's a warm blanket so that you can feel good and happy again.
The prequels didn't hurt me.
Like, the prequels are what killed my
Jar Jar
fandom.
Binks hurt me, but like... And he touched me in places I'd rather not mention, but
All right, Night Owl, you have a good night. Thank you for being with us.
Night Owl, it's good to see you again, man. Also, Von Falkenstein, you've been mentioning finally a proper Haven hero. Absolutely, I do understand. I understand what I had done. We're just gonna take that. It's not an L, by any means. That wasn't an L. But we did take more losses than I would have liked. But like I said, we've already won. They just don't know it yet.
Sure.
We'll let our spell points come back, because we have three full armied heroes just wandering the map right now, pretty much. And they don't have anybody left who can stop me. So
funny story about Revenge of the Sith. My old college roommate and I went to the theater to go see it because. Mm-hmm. We'd seen everything, and we're like, I'm going to see this through.
That was the happiest days of my life. I was playing Little League football, and I was, like, really good. We were, like, all county. Mm-hmm. Like, we won our county championship and everything. I was, like, the best linebacker on my team. Or no, I played defensive end, and then I was on the second squad. I played linebacker.
Okay.
And then first squad, I was on the line, like... my dad and I had just got an Xbox, and we were still gaming together, and because he can't really game anymore, and nor does he. He's not like infirm or anything. He just he doesn't have the reflexes anymore.
Okay.
He's like, he's like, I got a little bit of arthritis. I've got, he just got LASIK, and it went moderately well. He didn't see any like degradation of vision. Minor improvement. He doesn't need to wear his glasses all the time anymore, but he still can't see that well.
Yeah.
But he's like 70 something years old, man. Like,
Yeah.
actually not 70 yet. He's in his 60s.
But
I'm thinking and talking too fast to get anything right.
Okay. So my old roommate and I, we went and saw this, and we're sitting in the back of the theater, and it's like, by hell, I'm gonna see this through. I'm gonna see this through. I started this, I'm gonna finish it.
But Attack of the Clones, for the most, it's a little cringe with the Padme. That part, like the part that he does the same thing where it's supposed to look like Dower at the last hour, but fuck me, it's so bad because he just doesn't do romance well. It's so cringe, cringe.
I really hate all of the prequels, like a lot.
I like the first one still, because Obi-Wan, in my opinion, maybe I shouldn't say well written, because I'm about to say well written, but in my opinion, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn are well done and well written. The cast, like Darth Maul, is well done and well written. The casting, the lightsaber fights, not all of the casting, but the casting for like the palace guard and shit was actually really good, in my opinion. Like some of those actors did really good, like fun, even if it was campy sometimes, like Star Wars officers. I found it to be like good. Kind of looking back on it, it's the whole Gungans and Jar Jar thing, in my opinion.
I'm not mad at Jake Lloyd, but I really
I'm not mad at anybody
I really disliked Anakin in the first movie.
Yeah,
and like I said, it's not his fault.
Yeah, honestly,
it shouldn't be his fault.
I'm not. He was a child. Like, nothing should be.
He had no control over it.
Yeah. And he went on to not have a good life. So, like, that really sucks.
And part of that was shitty-ass Star Wars fans. The only people who hate what it is that they profess to like more than wrestling fans are Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
And so I'm hey, Sasquatch. And so I'm sitting in the
Sassy, what's up?
The back row of the movie theater in Revenge of the Sith, and the part where Vader like gets up off the board and stumbles forward. No, I'm sitting in the back and I went, "Oh bullshit!"
Yeah, that was not the best way to deal with that. And then
I looked at him, and he and I looked, and because it was a full theater, and he and I both went. Like, people started looking around, and he and I looked at each other, and we both started, who said that? Who would say something like that? In a room full of stuff? Like, it was just, like, knee-jerk reaction out of me. I have better impulse control now.
Yeah, but you couldn't help yourself.
No, I was, oh, God, it was, in any event, it's, yeah, I'm pretty well, like, the prequels beat any Star Wars fandom pretty well out of me.
I loved a lot of the novels they did around Attack of the Clones and the Clone Wars, because they did a lot of good stuff in that. One of my first marathons, I think, it was one of my first series. It was a full playthrough of, oh, hang on. Sorry, I had my OBS had a glitch for a second.
It's all good.
Yeah, apologies. Yeah, we'll take that. I don't care if she gets any experience or anything, so whatever. Alright, we gotta make it through this swamp. Get out of my swamp. I am totally in autopilot right now, by the way, guys. So if you're here for like the HoMM strats right now, I don't got them.
Not at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just we're in Star Wars mode.
Rose up and died.
Yeah, the lizard man rose up out of the marsh and then they went away. If you blinked, you missed them.
Yeah, no kidding.
We've already taken the map. We've done
So-
it. We've done it.
So,
Where were we?
I remember reading the novels. That
I loved
before
Karen
the
Travis's
prequels came out.
clone. What was it? Republic Commando. It was such a cool like elite. It was my first. It was actually like my first like Spec Ops Tom Clancy type series. I loved it so fucking deeply. So this is the final boss, and like we don't even have to fight him. Now I've made that a rule for myself in this playthrough, in all of
Wait.
this, that I will not
This
skip
is the final boss.
Yeah, you have to
and-
go under here. I mean, he's got really mediocre stats, as you can see. Not a lot of spell points, but he does have a fuckload of these, and these things hurt real bad.
The Dread Knights, they attack and they curse. Is that what it is?
They have a death blow, which is like them getting a crit,
Okay, that's what it is.
and it'll blow your fucking teeth out.
I remember that from playing it at one point, but it was one of those like I didn't know what the hell it actually did.
Yeah, and then especially like me when I was a kid. So he's going to crit them, and he got rid of 3 at only 30 left. And these are behemoths with 300 health. We can look back on
Yeah.
the attack log, and they did 1,000 damage.
And that, yeah.
And like it's not going to cripple my, like, this is the last battle, so it won't matter. But that wouldn't have crippled my forces ever, like in any event.
Yeah.
However, he is about, like, he's almost wiped a stack of goblins. He has put a lot of effort into the murder of these behemoths, and like gotten quite a few of them. Now, the nice part about how I've done my spells and everything is I can just resurrect. So the reason I can't resurrect these is because he's only casting advanced resurrection and not expert resurrection, where you can resurrect
Gotcha.
anything.
Gotcha. So now you're just gonna walk all the big guys right up next to these crusaders.
I'm gonna watch him in. Yeah, I'm gonna walk him into range. However, he's gonna wake up like next turn. Craig Heck's power is not very high. You get 1 turn for every turn spell. It's kind of broken, but every turn spell is 1 turn per power, unless you have modifiers or something.
Okay.
His is only 4, so
I
they
don't
were
get
bound to
that.
wake up.
There's plenty of games where I'll
Also,
end up using the, like, if there's a hero that's a half caster or something, I'll do that because what it does is it
Why
lets
haven't
me,
we won? The shit.
It lets me empower my regular units because they're the ones that are doing most of the stuff. Even if I can cast spells, you know, it's the ones that are doing the work are my regular units. So. That's
Okay,
strange.
cool. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, you had to equip the
Equip
sword.
or end my turn. I'm not sure which it was. We're not ending stream. I'm just saving that there. Must acquire the ribcage of power from one of the liches haunting the swamp of Ferris to win the scenario. However, blah, 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 blah. Give me shooters. I have not been changing these difficulties, guys. I'm just going with the way that the campaign advances. If you don't like that I'm not playing on Grandmaster, Impossible difficulty or whatever, too bad. So, just as originally intended.
So,
Oh, cutscene.
more is happening.
To get some kind of armor made out of bones. Huh. It'll be their bones I smash.
Yeah, he just doesn't give a shit.
Is Craghead just a straight up mercenary?
That is exactly what he is. He is a former barbarian warlord from Heroes of Might and Magic 2, from Enroth. Not Enroth. Maybe Enroth? Maybe that's Warcraft? Whatever.
Okay.
No, that's Azeroth and Lordaeron. Anyway, God, I am such a fucking nerd.
It's
Splendid. I see you have been successful once again, Mr. Hack, Sandra says back at the Wingtail Tavern. So this is where you were drinking when he recruited you.
Okay.
Craghack, you grunt. That stinking death knight Marzeth is now a dead knight. Now, the third item I require is the Ribcage of Power, which is being held by a group of necromancers somewhere in the small swamp called Ferris. He hands you a small map. It was being kept safe for me in a sanctuary, but the necromancers, knowing its importance to my research, burned the sanctuary to the ground and stole the ribcage. They will do everything in their power to stop you from obtaining it. Undead people to fight? I don't like their smell. They stink. You frown as you look at the map. Sandra takes out a sack and opens it partially, revealing gold and gems. Think of your rewards, I promised, and the evil you will have eliminated from Enroth once you have gotten me all 4 items. He is from Enroth. We're actually in Enroth for this campaign still, okay? Very interesting. You think a bit then, because the rest of the game takes place in Aradia.
Why would you put magic into a rib cage as opposed to like, I don't know, like a wallet that you could stick in your pocket and carry it? And it's like, no, I'm in my goth phase. I want to use a rib cage.
Well, I mean, the ribcage probably came from somebody pretty magical, you reckon, right?
If it's got to be undeath, then use the skin of whoever it was and make a wallet out of it, you know?
I don't think they've invented wallets yet. I mean, look, he said that their money is gold and gems. They're still on sacks, bro.
But
although
you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, you could take another item from and make a sack out of it.
Make a powerful magic item.
A coin pouch.
A coin pouch made out of I was gonna say out of the scrotum of whatever this mage is, and it's way the hell easier to carry around as opposed to this.
And you can make the drawstring out of braided pubes.
The most powerful artifact in the world is a tanned scrotum with a drawstring of braided pubic hair.
Gain 5,000 gold per turn, but have the disgusted effect for reaching inside a ball sack full of gold.
You know what? It's in my head that
and it just swells to the size of gold you put in it.
If there is a D&D campaign I run in the future looking for an artifact, that's what the damn thing is going to be.
A ball sack full of gold?
It is going to be... Yeah, it's going to be the scrotum of a powerful wizard that died that... Yes, that's...
An alchemist.
The magic is stored in the balls, okay? The magic is stored in the balls.
It has to be an alchemist, and it generates income, like currency every day. A small number of gold coins appear in the ball sack. That's what you got to do.
I'm saying the magic is stored in the balls.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll grab the meme for it.
Yeah.
So okay. Anyway, I'm sorry.
But you get -1 to your charisma.
Yeah. Well, -2, so your modifier drops.
Yeah. Really. All right, so
sorry, I cut you off.
No, we're good. Slowly you nod in agreement. After all, these necromancers did burn down the one place where a hero ought to be safe. They should be made to pay for the evil they have done. However, doing battle for this wizard is turning out not to be as much fun as you had hoped. Sandra makes you think too much. As you enter the region, Mark, there's so many typos in the original version of this game, and this is as preserved. So when you're watching, if anybody's watching, like if anybody watches the recordings, which I know there are a few people that follow recordings of the HoMM, just like literally 2 or 3 people that follow the HoMM recordings, so they can see me playing the whole, like as we go through it, see the whole game played. And I usually read these by filling in the blanks. I don't read them as written, but man, some of them are real bad and real hard to read as written. It's like, it's not as bad as reading, what is it? It's like the eye of something. It's the worst short story ever written.
I don't know if I want to...
If you've never heard of this, you need to know about this.
Do I? Like, hang on. Worst Short story. Eye of. Let's see what happens.
The Eye of Argon. There it is. There it is. The Eye of Argon, guys.
It has a Wikipedia article.
No, I can tell you about it because I've read it. It was submitted
why?
to a D&D fanzine in the 70s. Like by this young guy
Okay.
who was like a teen at the time. And it is the worst written, most typoed, just like overly detailed to the point of comedy, ridiculous, like OC do not steal, like incel before it was a thing, neckbeard before it was a thing almost.
Yeah.
Conan ripoff.
So I'm looking at.
And it was just this little short story, and it's a popular game among like literature like scholars and students and stuff like that, like people who are in tune with literary education.
Yeah.
And have like been to college for it and stuff. As like a party game, they'll like drink and pass a copy of it around because it's so heavily derided. It like it like damaged this guy that it was so that it was published in the fanzine, and it was so comical, and you can like it's hard to find like a real copy of it anymore. Even it was such a like small thing, so it exists with like this in this cult popularity, and it's just it's fucking outstandingly awful. And the games to read it, they have a copy and read it, and if you laugh. And you have to read it as written. You can't change anything. Yeah. If you laugh or if you like stumble or mess up, like some people play it that way, where if you stumble or mess up, but it's really hard to read it as written without stumbling or messing up. Mm-hmm. If you stumble or mess up, either everybody or you take a drink, and then the next person starts reading.
I don't know that I.
And it gets harder to read, obviously, as you drink.
So here's what the lead in on the Wikipedia article says.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the introduction.
Oh,
the
hang
Eye
on,
of
hang
Argon.
on.
Oh yeah.
Let's read this
Sorry,
first. Your first thought is the setup of Stronghold. The wizard apparently doesn't have any barbarian friends in this land willing to lend you their home, but luckily your scouts report an occupied stronghold nearby. I like how we're gonna go and just like kick somebody's door down and take their house. Be like, I need to live here. Anyway.
Knock knock, moving day.
Yeah, this is the way we do it. You go ahead now.
Yeah,
I will be quiet.
The Wikipedia intro. The Eye of Argon is a 1970 sword and sorcery fantasy novella by Jim Theus, who lived from 1950. Thighs? Okay.
Yeah, it's thighs. It's like it almost sounds like your leg thighs, like your juicy sweetmeats.
2002. So poor dude only lived to like 51. That narrates the adventure of the barbarian Grigner.
Yeah.
It has been notorious within the science fiction and fantasy fandom since its publication, described variously as, quote, one of their most beloved pieces of appalling prose, end quote, and, quote,
it's so fucking smart, just like as a way to say it.
The infamous worst fantasy novel ever published for the fans' enjoyment, end quote, and, quote, the apotheosis of bad writing, end quote. Mm-hmm. The science fiction conventions have long held group readings of the work in which participants are challenged to read it aloud for periods without laughing. The novella was written by the Jim Thies, a science fiction fan at age 16. It was published.
Yeah, like I said, he was like a young kid.
Yeah.
This like ruined his puberty.
In OSFAN 10, the fanzine of the Ozark Science Fiction Association, he was a malaprop. Okay. The description, according to David Langford and SFX, was he was a malaprop genius, a McGonagall of prose with an eerie gift for choosing the wrong word and then misapplying it.
Yeah.
By the way, the blurb for McGonagall was a Scottish poet and public performer who gained notoriety as an extremely bad poet who exhibited no recognition of or concern for his peers' opinion of his work.
Yeah. He was like notoriously he's commonly known and notoriously known as the worst poet of all time.
Oh, he was a Vogon. Got it. So Here's an interview. He was not happy with the published version and continued to work on the story. In an interview published 3 months later, he said, "In fact, I have changed it. I went over it for an independent study for English in school. You know, like adjectives changed and places where sentences should be deleted, that sort of thing. Even so, it's nothing to be proud of, and yet it is, because how many people have had their first story published at 16? How many writers have written a complete story so early at so early an age?" Okay, the published thing, you might have a point, but written a complete story at that, no.
It's not complete. It's not a complete story.
Even
There's
so,
nothing
Eye of
complete about this
Argon-
work.
He says, even so, Eye of Argon isn't great. I basically don't know much about structure or composition.
I basically don't know much about structure or composition.
That's
Oh, sweet. This wasn't
Finding the
actually
Lost
guarded.
Ending. Oh my god, listen to this. The ending of the Eye of Argon
This
was
is
missing.
brilliant. Yeah, it's so good. Can you believe that?
And copies from Scortia's copy and all the copies made. The last page of the story was on the last sheet of the fanzine, which had fallen off the staples. The online version ended with the phrase of "end of available copy." The original copy found in 2003 was also incomplete. The ending was considered lost until a complete copy of the magazine was discovered by librarian Gene Bundy at the Jack Williamson Science
It
Fiction
was like
Library.
a fucking quest, bro. Like an
at East
actual
Mexico
quest.
University in 2005. He reported the discovery to Lee Weinstein, who had found the copy in Philadelphia and subsequently published an article in search of Jim Thies in the New York Review of Science Fiction. In 2006, Wildside Press published a paperback edition of the complete work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you believe that shit?
There is part of me now. Wow, there's a chapter 7.5. Oh, okay. The Lost Ending, remainder of chapter 7.5.
Yeah, dude, you have to sit down and drink, like either get high or drink, whatever you like, and read this. I
Here's the
am
thing,
not
Rob.
kidding.
No,
You
I
don't do either? That's fine.
I don't know. I don't drink that much. I drink a little bit, but at most it's like a couple of beers in.
Oh
a
yeah,
day.
dude, I'm saying just sit down with a beer. Sit down with a beer or two, like have a cold frosty one. Or maybe like have somebody to read it with.
Or is it
That's a lot of
something
fun.
that I need to not? Is it something I need to make sure that it's easy to clean up if I spit it all over the room?
I don't think you'll do that. It's hilarious in how absurd it is.
Von
This is not a
Falkenstein
fight that I
sent
should
me
have
a
taken.
link to the digital copy. That has,
Make sure it's the full one.
It does. It has a section that says the Lost Ending. So, we've got that.
I made a
going
mistake
for us.
taking that battle, but that's what the autosave slot is for.
There you go. You consider that a feature of the game as opposed to
That's an
like,
original
a
feature.
failure. Yeah, it's there for it. Some people are, oh, you shouldn't save scum. It's like, if it's there, if it's a feature of the game, use it.
This is not a game you play in Iron Man mode. That is. I mean, you can challenge yourself to do that, sure. Like,
Okay, I can't. I have the tab open for it. I cannot read this right now.
No.
I will save this for later.
yeah, that you can't.
Because
that is not something you can do off the cuff. You gotta have it. It requires your full attention, and it deserves it. If I'm honest.
I'm gonna go put this next to the tab that I have open for the rail kit for my carbine that I want to get.
There you
so
go.
It will stay that yes.
Yeah, it's definitely the kind of read where it's like you want to be prepared for just how stupid this is. Like you're going to a comedy show.
Balls.
Yeah, you want to be like, I need to understand that this will be one of the dumbest things I ever read. And it's so cringe. It's so unbelievably cringy. But I'm gonna read it.
After I kick this cough, I'm going to get some friends together, and I'm going to say, I have arranged entertainment for the evening. I have found the worst thing ever. Everyone, please have a seat. BYOB.
It's the most cursed thing ever. Bring your own booze. We're gonna play a little game.
Worst thing ever. Everyone, come, listen, and then we can share in the pain together and see what happens.
Yeah. don't let it come to a reading of it. You guys be the ones who read it for real. You will not regret that.
I was going to read it to them. Was going to be my plan, but will there be a reading at the BPL meeting, dude? I don't know.
I would do it. Well, I won't be at the BPL meetup, unfortunately, because I cannot afford to do that right now.
If
I with having just bought a house and started a new job, I can't even take time off yet. So
if I could make it, I want to be able to make it. It falls at a super bad time of the year for me. Is the hell of it.
And I just can't swing that kind of thing for at least another year of my life.
Yeah. If I can make it work, then I will. But for the moment, the best answer I have is I don't know.
For me, I think it would be impossible. I could not.
In any event, yes. This is something I will do with my friends.
I think the best way to do it, if I'm honest, is to play it as like your first time around, especially to play it as the drinking game. I really, or if that like as long as that's like, what you're into and you're not like a somebody who doesn't drink. But just set the mood for like a comedic evening, like you're going to a comedy show. You'll want to feel like I'm going to laugh, like I'm going to see something silly or stupid, intentionally. No, we don't ever want to pursue shooters unless we're absolutely confident that we can get to them before they start whittling down our forces.
Okay.
Fighting any guards in this game who are on a mine that are shooters, sucks.
Okay, I'm following you.
We're gonna take these ogres though because I want their sweet experience.
I was gonna say I wish that. I wish you could have talked them into joining you.
Yeah, I don't have enough units for that yet.
But in any event,
yeah. So Eye of Argon, get set up for an evening of laughter.
Yes,
like you make that, put your mind on that, and that's how it is best enjoyed. I think with libations, that's the good word for it, is the best way as well. Maybe a little bit of the smoky smokes if you do that too, because it'll really relax you and kind of like help you not overanalyze how stupid this is, and just really get like in a mellow mood to experience the absolute like silliness of it.
You know what?
If I haven't sold you on this, I don't know what's wrong with you.
If I run into, I tell you what I'll do is if I run into an evening where I can't stream what I was planning to, I might just do it in a stream slot and see what happens.
That would be really good too. A recorded reading of that. It'd be funny if we do that together. Maybe you and I should set aside a evening when we'll both do webcam. We should do this.
I don't really webcam.
You wouldn't you don't have to for this. We can just put an icon up for you. I'll do webcam, and we can do like a fireside whiskey and reading with Cocainumrob and Halzakar. Today's topic, the Eye of Argon.
Let's put that in the subathon. Let's put it in the subathon that you and I will go through the Eye of Argon.
We could, it's short enough. And that would be like, cut that out of that, and it would be one of the only readings, I think, that I have seen of it. I don't think I've seen that many readings of it. Go check on YouTube if there's like a bunch of people who've done it. Probably. I could be wrong.
It is.
I don't. It has notoriety, but like I didn't think it had that level of fame.
There is one. Okay, this one's 2 hours. This one's 5 hours. This one's 2 hours. There's 3 of them on there when I threw it in. So.
Okay, so it's not like a big thing that a bunch of people have done. I don't feel too bad then.
Since I do public speaking as like part of my day job, it's kind of a personal challenge to me to see if I can do this
after your work.
Yeah, just can I do it? That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
I want to. It's like, could I pull this off? Could I do it? but I would
yeah.
need to read it first because I'm sure
I will not be
that I would
rereading
stumble.
it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it blind.
Oh, okay. You want to do it blind?
I will absolutely do it, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
No. It's.
I'm an engineer by trade and training,
Mm-hmm.
by education and trade.
Yeah.
Especially now, my new job is actually pretty cool at the moment. I
Yeah.
for once, I don't think I've ever been able to say this on stream. I like what I'm doing right now. It's
Cool.
early days, but like I don't hate it. I still kind of dread going to work because I got so used to working from home and I like being with my kids, and I haven't gotten over being away from my kids and my wife yet, if I'm
Yeah, that
honest.
makes sense.
Um,
That
but
makes sense.
yeah, it's really tough getting used to that
Yeah.
again, man. But
Yeah.
I have really good coworkers. Like
That's
my team's pretty dope.
It's so your desire of not wanting to go to work doesn't have to do with the
It being
work or the
shitty
people you
anymore.
work with.
Yeah, no, the company I was working for, I did not
Yeah.
enjoy that.
That makes
Anyway,
sense.
yeah.
So-
So I'm an engineer, and I think if you know the stereotype, engineers don't speak well.
Okay.
You right? Like, are you aware of that? Have you heard of this?
I did. How can I best put this? Someone that I have done taxes for the last 2 years. We have a zero income, or not a zero cost, low income tax site that we do where I work.
Mm-hmm.
Is a software engineer, and the poor guy seems to be almost devoid of personality. Does that?
Yeah, some
Yeah.
that's also the stereotype of like some people who are they're in that field, and I know people like this are so analytical or focused
Yeah.
that they can't. Nothing else exists. That's just how they're programmed, and
Yeah.
quite literally, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy to me. Like I just am the antithesis of that in many ways. And God bless my mother, because she made me start doing public speaking when I was like 4. With like, I had to be in all the spelling bees, I had to be in all the speech contests, like I did poetry readings when we had those as part of our curriculum in my first school, my first elementary school. I got real used to public speaking. I did it a bunch for Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Like, man,
I
all the
do-
time.
Right now, I am doing 3 classes a week in front of, at the moment, 20 people class. And so
That
it's
is
like,
rough, yeah.
look, Rob,
It's rough to
when
get
I've had
used
a-
to, I mean.
When I've had a microphone in my hand standing in a ring and had an entire building of people want to kill me.
Oh yeah, you
This
did do
ain't
like
shit.
like you actually did do the wrestling thing, huh?
Yeah. Decade on the Independents, and my last gimmick was my most successful.
I apologize. I forgot that you actually like did this as a profession.
Not really is maybe a side gig.
Yeah, as an amateur in the true sense of the word.
Yeah, but there was one night where I made people so mad they waited for me in the parking lot till midnight, and I had a 2.5-hour drive home.
Oof.
So I mean,
Mr. Heel, you've done your job too well.
yeah. Oh God, they were so pissed at. Like my promoter, I said this on the last stream we did. My promoter lost a spot show partner because of that gimmick. And so I was like, oh.
What's I don't know what that is.
Okay, so, like, general parlance, the promoter's the one who runs the show. Spot shows are not typically. Spot shows are when you go to not your primary location, you go somewhere else and run it on that spot. So.
Oh, it's a unique location.
Yeah. So, like, if our normal location was the community center for this town, if we had a special event that was, like, at this place over here, that's a spot show. And this guy is supposed to be one of the ones that was helping put together these spot shows.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as it
They
turned
didn't
out,
want you performing there anymore because of that gimmick.
the guy
Wow.
was so mad at what I was doing that he quit working with the promoter entirely. And I said to the promoter, I'm like, do I need to apologize or change my gimmick? And he looks at me and smiles. He goes, he wasn't doing much for me anyway. Don't worry about it.
Oh wow, fucking got him. He's like,
And
no, you're worth more than that. Keep it up, champ.
Here, okay. Here, I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick, okay?
Oh boy, we're getting the deep lore. You don't have to.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not
Okay.
gonna go into specifics.
Okay, cool.
Not only am I a church guy, but I have done guest sermons at churches and stuff like that.
It's tough to be, for me at least. That to me, because I've done that. Not exactly like that, but like been part of rather large church services on comprehensive levels through a Catholic upbringing.
Okay.
And I wasn't like an altar boy or anything, but I still was like very involved in many ways.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to you.
That means that I knew my theology, and I was playing a crazy hill preacher, which means I knew full well how to get all of that theology wrong, and I did.
You just avoided everything, and
No, as I said,
everything that was correct.
Everything that was correct, I would either say something that was contradictory to it, or I would get it wrong. And people were livid.
Because those are the type who read their verses every night, you know?
They knew full well, but what they didn't seem to realize was, so did I, and I was screwing with them.
They were like,
they
were not quite that aware.
There was this one. No, here's the thing. It's not whether they were aware or not. I was hitting on such a raw nerve that they didn't stop to think about that.
Yeah.
That's how hard I was leaning into it. And it was like, there was this one dude who was a fan of mine, this old dude, and after one show he caught me. He said, we're in the parking lot. He said, "You don't believe all that shit, do you?" And I looked at him, I said, there is no Santa Claus. And he goes, "What?" I said, "Look, man, this is wrestling. What of what we have done would lead you to make, what would make you think that what I was doing was real?"
Yeah.
Right? And he just kind of looked at me for a second, because I was hitting on something that was so, it was such a raw nerve.
They forgot it wasn't real.
Yeah. Like, I kind of broke, my gimmick kind of broke it for them.
Well, you really kind of became like a total cultural shift happening right in front of them. Like, you violated the cultural norms. And it's like, if you don't know what that means, look it up. It's sociology.
Yeah.
So you violated the cultural norms of the Deep South, it sounds like, so well, or so deeply.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Blue. I'm back a little bit. Yeah, I'm back a little bit. You guys will see me a little bit more. It's only going to be random streams. I can't schedule anymore. At this time, it's too much. But when I get some time, I'll be able to come on. And we're just gonna keep going through HoMM. We're gonna keep trying to beat it. We got another message. You order a scout to send a message to the necromancers. Give up the ribcage, or Craig Hack will crush your bones to dust, just as surely as you burn that sanctuary to ashes. The messenger runs off and disappears quickly into the underbrush. So there's been a reoccurring theme where every time Craig Hack goes into one of these missions that we're doing, he contacts the people that he's going to be fighting, and is like, "Give me the item or you're gonna die," because he's Craig Hack and he is coming to kill you. Like, he is a real life Jason Voorhees of Barbarian Goblin Men. And he's,
or he could have
very
just
dumb.
not told them and surprised them.
No, he doesn't. That's not how he fights. He doesn't want to stab you in the back. He wants to punch you in the nose and rip your balls out through your teeth. Like, he's Craig Hack, man. He doesn't give a fuck.
No, apparently. Okay, my other
That
side
would be
too
my
is,
other wrestling persona.
is Crag Hack.
It would be maybe Coke Hack or something.
The thing that I regret from my wrestling is not doing silly stuff.
Okay. You
'Cause
felt you were too often a very like seriously toned heel.
I didn't do anything silly ever
It was all okay.
because
It was all serious.
it was kind of the expectation of the time that
Was to be
everybody
silly.
does
Uh,
was to be serious.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you were
Because-
gonna follow the norm, if I'm honest.
Well, and I mean, if that was just kind of what it was, then I figured that's what people were coming to see.
Yeah, you go with what's working.
Yeah, and so my thought process on it was, by the time I got to the end of it, and my doctor canceled my license, I was
Yeah.
like, oh. And looking back on it, I was like, if I had just done, because the axiom for a long time was funny doesn't draw
Battery
money.
low.
Oop.
Well, things shifted, and the mindset was a little bit slow to catch up
Charging
to that.
battery.
Like, a comedy act being, oh, yeah, you can do that and people will laugh, but nobody really wants to see it. It's like, not so much anymore. And I wish I had leaned into it and done like something goofy, like Cuban Pete or something like that. Just
Oh.
just
Oh, baby
Trying-
girl.
trying to be
Hi.
silly.
Sorry, the cat came, and now that's
Ah.
all that my life is about now.
Right, meow?
Well, I got my baby girl back. My first
Oh.
cat, Callie. She had to go live with my brother up north while I was in my apartment. So I got
Okay.
her back like a month ago. And
That's wonderful.
she's already like, I mean, she's really healthy and everything, but she's like 8 years old now. I got her in
Mhm.
2016. I mean, I got her when she was like 3 weeks old. And like, when she was, when she was a year old, her sister died, the other one we got, because she was born with FLV. Her litter mate, they weren't biological sisters, but like, they both came home with us. And she was born with FLV, so she only lived a year old.
Yeah.
And then we got like another kitten who was Wendell, and he would always terrorize Callie. So like, she just kind of had it rough
Yeah.
around our place for a couple years. And now we have enough space that we can give her like a dedicated home.
Yeah.
And separate the two cats completely. That's what we had to do. But it's working.
By the way, there's a bunch of redeems. Water break, posture
I'll
check,
do
and
water
stretch.
break. Okay. Thank you, Grim. I was actually hunched over.
But in any
Um,
event,
Yeah. So anyway, I'll try to keep telling this story quickly. Sorry. She just came home like a couple weeks ago, and she just hadn't been like doing like my first house with my first wife. Callie hadn't been doing super well with Wendell, and she hadn't been doing super well with Callie.
Yeah.
And she wasn't like unhappy, but it was excuse me, I got fur in my mouth. She just like didn't have it as nice, and now she has like run of most of the house, and she doesn't get bothered by any other cats or anything. She doesn't have like anything to worry about
yeah.
now, so like nothing's bothering her,
Yeah.
and she's just doing like a lot better. So whenever she comes around for pets, I'm like, yes.
I understand.
I'm so excited she's back.
Yes. We lost Hal's a cat a little while back, so
I'm sorry, buddy.
yeah, it's just what happened. And
I'm not looking
What are you
forward
gonna
to
do?
when she's really healthy right now, so I'm hoping she's got like another 10 in her,
yeah.
But because it's not I don't think it's outrageous if I know anything from people I know that an indoor cat can live to like 15.
Yeah. But so Hal's a cat's mom, pretty much at the exact same age, did the exact same thing, just fell over
Yeah.
and was gone. So that's just what it was. So unfortunately, that's what happened.
FLV is so random.
But she was 10, and
Yeah.
so we had a good decade with her. It's the only cat I've ever had that. No, it's the only cat I've ever had. I'd been a dog person growing up.
I've
and
never had a life that was conducive to a dog, so I've never been able to pull that trigger because
it was.
I can't put an animal like through like just not a great time like that.
Yeah. Well, it was growing up. We had dogs, and so it
Mhm.
was a good arrangement. But oh well. That's what happened. I made her a nice little spot under her favorite window, and I took some pavers that I had out back and made a little cover over where we buried her and that sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
but
It's
in any event,
it's rough. It's rough
Yeah,
losing a
it's not
pet.
fun.
It always is, and it's always good when you can make something special of it at the end. It's hard. It is really hard.
yeah.
Love your pets, everybody.
Yeah.
Love your pets real good. If you're not crying, what are you? Like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Men cry.
Yes.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
That is one thing. At the time when it happened, I went and talked about it on stream because I thought it was so important that we actually talk about letting yourself grieve.
Yeah.
So
It's
that
hard
was-
because we've denied it to our there's been another cultural norm to deny that to oneself in certain
For-
ways and statuses in the
Yeah,
country.
for a lot of men.
Yeah,
For a
it's
lot of men,
in
yeah.
a lot of places it's not okay to grieve, because the culture of that area has not progressed to allow it. And it's just a
Thankfully,
crazy thing to think about.
I think that it's something that's undergone a big shift because in the same way that since the 1950s, every generation of dads has been more involved with their kids than the one before.
Mhm.
I think here recently what we've had is a big shift on that sort of stuff because it's something that we need to, it's something that people are looking around and going, we need to deal with this. We need to handle this right.
Yeah, because you only end up damaging people, and it leads to a less progressive culture. If we're honest, that is exactly what is happening there.
Hey, gentlemen, I am thrilled to hear that your cat's doing well. That is
Positive
great.
share. My cat Zelda's had it rough for the past 2 months. Severe infection to her mouth prevented her from eating. After the surgery, removing 90% of her teeth, she is doing great. She is hungry and is putting the good weight back on. That's awesome. I'm glad that she's healing and doing really well. That's great to hear.
So, in any event, I think that it is happening. So, I think that shift is taking place.
Yeah, and as with all things in our society, you can look back at history over the last 50 years and kind of see that continuous upward trend, and it continues unbroken.
So there's, I'm a fan of a comedian named Christopher Titus, and his.
Oh, I like Titus. I listened to a lot of his stuff in college.
I
yeah.
actually have the DVDs of his whole run of his TV show.
Oh
But
wow, yeah.
During COVID,
Everybody Loves Raymond. That was like that for me.
well, during COVID, he actually put the whole TV show on his YouTube channel.
Oh, that's really
If you
dope.
want to watch his TV show, it's on there. But his joke was, we take all that emotion that we're supposed to feel, and we don't let ourselves feel, and we take all that emotion, we shove it down, and that's where they cut the tumor out.
Yeah. I've heard that joke, him tell that joke in some of his stand-up, I think, and I fucking love it.
And Rad, here, I'll be real with you too. The fact that you had that beat out of you and that sort of stuff, I understand. My parents didn't do this, but I got some bad news at school when I was 3rd or 4th grade. It made me cry then, and I got cornered, and 4 guys beat the living shit out of me in the park, on the playground. So, I don't let myself process stuff like that unless I'm around people I trust. Hey, Parallax.
Hey, Para.
What are you doing, weirdo?
We yeah,
I didn't mean for us to get like real all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, no, I mean sometimes we just get a little philosophical, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, stuff happens.
I had a good upbringing. Both my parents were, for the most part, really good people. Didn't always like, I had problems with them from time to time, but that's as much on me as a child is on anybody else. Oh, I'm too tired to cast. Fuck, I shouldn't have moved. So we're gonna start making use of. Hi, honey. Hi.
I got a B+.
High five. She just finished one of her courses for college, and she did real good. Congratulations, you just got done with all of them.
Here, internet high five. There we go.
And a B- in humanities, but it was a fucking. I got a B-, dude. I fucking don't even care.
Mwah.
I love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Danny's harassing me, so I'm gonna call him.
All right. I love you, baby.
I dispensed an
What
internet
were we
high five.
saying? The high five was received.
Okay, so it's just, as we grow and we do things differently, and that's good. I'm glad we do.
Yeah,
It's-
I mean, you
that's
you
one
also learn what doesn't work. Like
It seems,
there's finally kind of an acceptance of that, where it's like, okay, what
Yeah.
doesn't work?
well, it seems to me, and maybe I'm wrong, but from my observation, like
Mhm.
millennials and younger seem to be of this opinion that it's like, well, excuse me, you have to do this because that's how we did it. And it's like, no, this sucks and it's stupid. And they actually won't like carry on some of those things because
I mean, I'm a millennial, yeah.
yeah, because they say no, there's not a point to doing this. We're not doing that.
Yeah. Oh, that girl she just trilled so hard. Wow. Oh, baby, your nosy's so wet. Oh, happy daddy.
Here, let me do something real quick because you had asked originally for 2 co-hosts, and I think I can pull another one
Okay.
if you want it.
Yeah, is
All right,
Paragon
there's-
come in?
Yeah.
That would be great, yeah.
Parallax,
So,
get in
we got
here.
about an hour left. A little less than an hour left.
I actually, well, I'm what you call
you're
a
gonna take
zennial.
off? Okay. Oh, I thought you were about to say I gotta take off. My bad.
No. I'm fine.
Cool.
I was just telling Parallax to get in
Yeah,
here
come
that
on
it was
in,
fine. And I was
Parallax.
putting it in the channel that it's all good and that sort of stuff.
Oh, you're a Gen X millennial,
Yeah,
right on the
I'm a
border.
zennial, so
Yeah. No, I am quite in the core of millennial at 32,
Yeah. And that's fine.
weighing in at 10.5 tons.
And so
10.5 tons of raw cock.
I look around and I just see the generation that I grew up in and younger going, yeah, if this is stupid and it sucks, we don't need to keep doing it. And so, you know what? That's, I like that. I like
That's
the
working.
fact that it's that way.
That's working for us.
Because, it's like, well, I mean, why the hell should we? Parallax,
Well, I don't like it.
what are you doing cleaning closets, dude?
They needed cleaned, and I'm incapable of relaxing if there's shit that needs to be done, and if there's not shit that needs to be done, I am compelled to be productive anyway, or I get itchy.
I am perfectly capable of turning the lazy button on.
That must be nice.
I didn't know there was a button. I thought it was a direct pipe into my brain of laziness.
I say, here's the thing. It's moments when I know I'm capable of doing something. I have to do it right the fuck then, or it might not happen.
I follow.
Yeah. Okay, I do get that. I am one of those people with that I am one of those autists as well.
I tell Nandy sometimes that it's like, hey, let's do this while I've got the gumption to do it.
I occasionally have to say that to Bree these days.
Yeah, let's do it while I'm up for doing it.
So there's a reason that I took these champions, and
Okay.
we're just gonna talk about this for a second
All right.
this is skills to learn for playing the game. These
Okay.
champions have a speed of 9, and we went to this refugee camp, and we're like, okay, looks like we have champions here that we can recruit, but there's only one. That's like, okay, that's
But
20
it
points
still
of
gives you-
damage and 100 health, but that speed of 9 gives us spellcasting initiative.
Yeah.
However, our Thunderbirds are 11, so you'd be like, well, why do I need the 9? Because you want to get as many in a row as you can. So if the enemy had a 9 and we didn't have these champions, the Wolf Raiders would be at an 8, and we're not guaranteed a spot with the Wolf Raiders at an 8, because then it starts to alternate, I think is how it figures it out, if it's a tie.
Okay.
So it would go
So
to
if
the
you have-
enemy. But now if I have
you
a
have
9...
2 super highs, then you get to go
If-
first in general.
If I have a 9, I get the first 2 turns of combat. So I can cast my spell and do something with 2 units.
Okay.
Craig Hack doesn't look like the last time I saw him.
No, not at all. All the carryover characters went from like pixel art, like I don't know, it was like really weird caricature art in Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Honestly, you could create a whole field of study around those motherfuckers, man. Like, woof. But they were also somehow brilliant because they're so amusing. At least in my eyes, especially Yogg. That motherfucker looks like he's not right in the head. He looks like he's trying to grind his teeth down on his other teeth. Just make them flat as fuck. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
It's a man who has teeth that are made of other lesser teeth.
They look like like his molars and shit look like blocks of stone.
Lesser teeth died to make those teeth.
If you watch Futurama, it looks like
The
not
teeth
the cold
that
open.
can eat other teeth.
Yeah, the only cereal that is teeth that can eat other teeth. And he crunches the big spoonful of teeth with those big ass teeth of his.
And how much does your skin crawl
Just-
thinking about it?
Oh god, fuck. Ugh. Oh, that is what his teeth look like.
So
We're getting
Brock
some
Lesnar
feedback in
teeth.
chat, Hal. It's Brock Lesnar teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's teeth are jacked up.
Brock Lesnar is the actual like human inspiration for Brick from Borderlands. He's probably about that smart, and he looks about that big.
No, Brock is actually pretty damn smart.
Okay, so he just has an anger problem.
He has a character to play.
He
You reckon?
No.
well, you know what? I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole. It's better this way.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know this was
No. Oh God, no.
Oh God,
Let's
you
just not.
mentioned wrestling was mentioned in his general vicinity. The rabbit hole is gaping.
We went through it earlier, and it didn't take that long.
We've been down a few wrestling holes today.
Don't go down your wrestling hole, folks.
I don't know.
So-
I don't. My hole is very shallow. Okay.
What is
So, I don't.
what's
I
your
don't-
message say there, Rob?
Oh, your messenger returns, bruised, bloody, and maimed, but still alive, barely. Limping up to you, he hands you a note. We know nothing about a sanctuary, Mr. Hack, but we do know this. You are already dead. You just don't know it yourself. You crumple up the paper and grumble that your first name is Craig. As you shove the crumpled notebook.
Hey, that's not my fucking name.
No, he gets so pissed off about it. It's great. He can't stand it. So the crumpled note back into the messenger's hand, and the hand falls to the ground. He's been turned into a damn zombie. With one quick stroke of your axe, his head comes off. Damn necromancers, you fucking hate them all. So now this has been a consistent theme here. Every time that Hack goes into one of these scenarios in this campaign, He goes to the place and gives them a chance to surrender before he's like, before I kill you all, I will kill every one of you. Like I'm not fucking with you. You're all gonna die. So he goes in these places, and they always like kill his messenger and call him Mr. Hack, and they're all necromancers. And then he's just like, they're like, no, get the fuck out.
Craig Hack gonna have to choke a bitch?
Yeah, and they're like, no, you're gonna fucking die. We're gonna kill your ass. Like, fuck you. Get out of our territory. And he's like, God damn it, that's not even my fucking name. And then he murders them all. He doesn't even think about it. He's like,
well,
this
here
is
I
fine.
Go killing again.
Yeah, literally, yes.
Actually, okay, to tie back
exactly
in
that.
with what somebody said, Craig Hack is like in the Joe Rogan stand-up delivery of what Brock Lesnar's like. It's like, please don't do that. Brock, make decisions!
Exactly.
Yeah,
This
the line,
exactly.
Brock, make decisions, that one is stuck in my head.
God damn it. Meat slab of a man.
Yeah.
Just
6'3", 280 and built like that.
yeah, just like a freight train that took steroids. Fuck.
Wait, am I taller than Brock Lesnar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
I mean,
he's
yeah,
probably
he's gonna
wide.
wreck-
He's wider than
fucking
you are
wreck me.
tall.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's it, but yeah.
He's built like a shed and not like an IKEA one, like fucking Grandpa's one back out in the fucking
Built like a-
boon.
Fucking machine shop.
Yeah.
He's built like
He's
John
got
Deere tractor, but
muscles
not
on his.
like those old ones that still work.
You got muscles on your muscles. You gotta have muscles on your eyeballs. Hey.
Oh God.
He's
SpongeBob.
like Popeye after he eats.
There you go, Griffin got it. There it is. Applause for Griffin.
What?
A Brock shit house.
Yep.
Think you're broken.
And as Rad said, a Lesnar man would not have made that joke.
Guys, I think he's broken. Like, he's making sounds like he's some kind of fucking vulture or something fighting over a piece of carrion. Fuck. We got him.
We did got him.
That was so fucking funny. Shit.
I think, you know, if we didn't need, you didn't need the edibles, Rob. You just need this joke 2 hours ago.
No, I'm still high as fuck, so it's great. Oh, I think I peed. I mean, I'm kidding. I definitely peed.
Cocainumrob, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, this is what you're here for, motherfuckers.
I do love the fact. I love that Primos quoted that properly. So
Good.
I'm going to write that one down to keep it for later.
I'm glad I made it on your bulletin board, baby.
Yeah. No, not
I
that.
can't remember any of the 3 things that we didn't actually get around to answering. Fuck, this
That's-
woman is jacked. I am gonna die. She's a Brock shithouse.
I'm going to flip over to this page here.
I gotta run the fuck. Oh no, I don't. I got fucking return to town. I can just bitch on this ass with a portal.
Yoink!
Yeah. Bye, bitch. Just middle fingers out while you like shimmy away. Take your fucking skeletal shithouse back. I don't fucking want it. Oh god, I don't know enough spell points. Don't hurt me.
Rob's standing there shooting the double middle finger at her with wet pants.
What
Oh,
up, kid?
thank God she's fat.
I'm
You know what,
staying in my castle.
She's too fat to
I can
make
tell
it
you
to me.
exactly what I have in my head right now. It's that Key and Peele skit.
But
I said-
she's
I
a
said-
necromancer.
I said, big. You said that though?
Did you call your wife a bitch?
Hmm?
You called her a bitch.
Mm-hmm. I said necromancer B. Hey boys, what are you doing? Nothing. Well, I was just showing the washing machine. You can get a lot of clothes in that thing. That skit
Such a
is
good one.
amazing.
Oh
That
my
skit is
God.
so good.
Oh, I'm glad we got there tonight. Oh God, can you cast again? Thank fuck. I don't want to risk this guy having more movement range than I think he does, and being caught out in the open with my ass hanging out. So, oh, and I get to fucking not have enough goddamn rocks to upgrade. All right.
You
I've
Can't stop.
nearly drained my economy, but at the
Drop the rock.
cost of getting a tier 6 shooter.
So, what did what's the resource silo here give you? I don't remember.
Rocks, I think. Yeah, rocks and wood. Standard fare is what it is.
Grignac.
No, it's great. It's Grignr. 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 That's
Where
the Eye of
are you
Argon
seeing?
guy.
Oh God.
That's how you gotta say it. Yeah. Grignr.
It has to be nasal and like Revenge of the Nerds sounding.
You really gotta just try and put your tongue back down your throat.
Grigner.
You gotta get a little moist with it. It's gotta come from behind your cheeks and jowls.
Grigner, he's a level 20 barbarian, and he's I've been playing this character for 5 years.
Was that all?
Man, I don't ever want to meet somebody like that.
Man,
No, I'm just
Hal
kidding.
and I
I'm
used
totally
to-
like that.
I was gonna say Hal and I used to have a DM back when I was in college that he had been playing. You know, this was 2007, 2008,
Yeah.
and he'd been playing the same wizard, right?
Just like carrying
that-
it into
their
different
epic-
games.
Their epic
Yeah.
campaign. Well, what would happen is this same crew of characters went through a whole bunch of stuff until they hit epic level, and then they had what was quote unquote the epic campaign, where you were just
That's really
playing
dope.
a character at like beyond 20th level in 3.5 D&D.
Yeah, but he had been playing Quimby since like Beckme.
Well, I mean, and Tim had been playing.
Oh, this guy might be more powerful than us. This is not good.
Tim had been playing Drago for that long too, so it was. I think all those characters came out of about the same. Yeah, they came out of the same thing. Like
This
my
guy
character,
is jacked. Nope.
it's a
I will-
witch. It's a
it-
lich. May
he-
we burn it?
He will run me down of all of my mana and most of my troops, and they've still got that fat hoe running around.
And
We-
they still haven't gotten your name right.
Yeah, really. We need to be pretty diligent about getting recruits then, and I need to make sure I haven't missed any unflagged resources or anything.
Hello, Mr. Hag. My name's not Mr.
Nor Hag.
It's
Oh,
Jeff
yeah.
Hack there,
Craig
ain't it?
Hack.
Yeah.
Jeff Hack, right?
Craig Hack. Smash!
Wait, could we call you Bruce Hack?
You just sounded like John Oliver.
I was going for the old Monty Python Bruce and Bruce skit.
Oh, those are both British people, so I guess that works.
In the case of the Monty Python sketch, it was a British person impersonating an Australian.
Is that what Bruce is that?
Yup.
Hi, Bruce.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, yo.
This is
Fuck,
my name
that's
is
the
Bruce.
white
This is
version.
Bruce. This is also Bruce. Do you mind if we just call you Bruce?
It's all right with me.
If we just call you Bruce.
Yeah.
All right, we're treading on dangerous ground right now. Our economy's recovering, but we are still underpowered to these guys. And they want to spank my butt.
Maybe if you hadn't told them you were coming.
But
Look.
Craig Heck Smash.
Yeah, Craig Heck doesn't like to do it that way. It's too much thinking, and he doesn't like that. So, fuck off.
Craig
With,
Heck thinking makes head hurt.
you fuck off. Fuck it off. Can you destroy a better part of the wall, you one-eyed never mind, it's because you're a one-eyed fuck. I forgot. A depth perception problem.
I'm doing my best, Craig.
Yeah, dude. Fucking... Just, God, I can't even say what I'm thinking on air, you fuck.
Oh. TOS, TOS,
Yeah.
TOS. Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Okay, we just fed vampire dust to our wolves. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Next week when they're all coughing up fucking poop. Fucking shitting from their eyeballs. Just...
Are you fighting Isha? Or Israel, what was that name?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, my name's Bob.
I mean, at that rate of decay, yeah, maybe. I'm dedicating him as like a platform to cut through these walls so we can get rid of the turrets faster, because this group feels like it's going to be a little bit to whittle down. I don't want to have to overcast in this fight to keep my troops high.
Parallax, here come the mummies.
That is exactly what is happening.
Doon, doon, doon. I'm sad. They're going to be performing near me in October, but the place where they're performing does not have seats. So,
Oh,
It's
old
like
man Hal can't handle it.
my left leg cannot handle it. That is entirely accurate.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's just...
Thank fuck. So yeah, he doesn't have enough power output to like hit these guys hard enough, and I spent him getting rid of castle parts. So that's how he's now useful. So because
effectively, you used your Cyclops as a toddler wrecking a Lego set.
Yes.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page.
And now we we attack with the Wolf Raiders because they've already taken damage this turn, and they've been the damage target so far. So we're going to use them to break his counterattack, and then we can freely attack with our more valuable units and give him the resurrect because we haven't spent this turn. Getting them in there, boom, they're gone, and he's at full strength going into a turn where now they aren't going to have a tower, so I'm going to get one free resurrection before I end this. Oh, well, okay. I forgot. Catapult doesn't shoot first. My bad. So they get one free shot instead of normal, but we'll make sure that doesn't happen again and then kill him. And then I actually forgot to cast that resurrect because I was so busy explaining it, I forgot to do it. I'm not going back.
I do like...
Oh, you could get, oh shit, I forgot, what is it, Navigate? Navigate. Summon Boat, that one.
Boat.
We have Summon Boat.
Oh, good, it's the best spell in the game.
I think every town we've had so far has had Summon Boat.
They really want you to summon that boat.
Hey, have you guys, do you know how to summon a boat?
Have you heard about Summon Boat?
Would you like to watch
you know what
Howard
I want?
teach-
You want
teach you how to summon boat?
Somebody who does things, Grimos, you do things. I want a fucking sticker for the channel. I want an icon for the channel to be literally just the summon boat art. I need that. I need that. And anything involving wetness, surfing, or boats, especially boats. Like if somebody's playing Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, bring summon boat. I need you to do this for me, but I'm not actually going to do the work, but I am going to take credit. Somebody tell Lady Red.
Hang on. I'm looking to see if I can find a PNG of the icon.
I mean, it comes down to it.
If you have this game installed, you have a PNG of that icon.
Yeah, there's got to be an easier way to do it on the internet. What?
Fucking boomer.
Rob, that's a hate crime.
I know. Got him.
Rob, don't do hate crime.
I'm sorry. I do love you.
Well, somebody has to.
How would I know? Let's see. I figure with everybody and their brother trying to make a wiki for every damn thing, that there'd probably be there's
a Heroes wiki. Well,
there's probably
there's
6.
Sorry, there's a Might and Magic wiki. There's at least one. Ooh. Oh. I got a new keyboard. I'm sorry. I finally went back to a mechanical with the really, really nice, like, silence deadened, like, minimal touch, like, cherry switches from Corsair.
So like the
Razer.
the brown switches?
No.
The cherry brown?
Look, they're just the really nice ones, okay? Fuck it. Like I don't remember. But I had my finger resting on the S key and it started to count it as depressing, like, or as like being pressed, because I started to push down with like the smallest amount of force. So
there you go, Rob.
Oops, but also, god damn it, I love this keyboard.
Rob, I just sent you the icon for Summon Boat.
Thank you.
We just have to get it into the right size, and that's not really a problem.
It starts in a pretty small size.
Look, it's a grower, not a shower, okay?
That's what she said, yes.
Well, that's why you have to summon it.
Yeah. That's why you summon the boat. That's it, boys. That's what we're calling it from now on. Sorry, gotta go summon the boat. Because of all that fucking wetness.
You're not gonna remember where this came from tomorrow, but you're just gonna look at Bree and say, "Hey, baby, want to go summon a boat?"
Yeah, I'm gonna summon boat, honey.
Boats.
I hope nobody in here is like really serious about nautical things, because I probably just insulted the fuck out of you.
It's.
I'm sorry, weren't you on the rowing team?
I 100% was. Yes, that was a thing that I did for 4 years.
You know what?
3 years.
I'm not even gonna make jokes. I can't. That's. What in the world is?
Tactics phase.
No. That I'm familiar with, but the dude down there the dude down there walking around like he's summoning a boat.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's not. That's
like he's naked, holding something big and.
No, no. That's his club, and it's wooden, and has spikes on it, and is bloody.
I mean, let's be honest.
Has a weird dangly thing at the end, and I don't really know what it is.
It looks like somebody cast Summon Burning Man down there.
Oh, it's the meat still on the bone. We interrupted him during tea time. He was eating this, and now he's going to hit us to death with it. Except, yeah. Get on the fucking ground. Fuck.
I love what Cookie said. Amy vets right now are screaming.
Yeah, screaming with laughter because that bit was golden.
I mean, we could get Pharisee in here and ask.
he's always screaming, like, regardless. He just makes loud noises. God bless him for them. I'm about to get my ass pounded.
You know, we just keep landing on this summon boat joke over and over and over again.
How the fuck did this man absolutely murder me in fucking one turn?
He summoned a bigger boat than
No
you.
shit, she is like... What level is she?
Wow, she's got 230 spell points. That ain't nothing.
Where did she even come
Adrian,
from?
thank you for following. Thank you for being here. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Welcome to WBPL 76, the Twitch channel, the official Twitch channel of the Black Pants Legion. Black Pants Legion, theblackpantslegion.com.
And that was DJ Smooth Jazzy Jazz XLPP.
Hey,
Here to summon boats with you all night long.
someone call into Delilah and be like,
Who just subbed? God damn it!
what?
I heard somebody sub the fart sub right when I finished saying whatever very sexual thing I was saying.
I think that was Phaedron's following.
Oh, follow whatever.
Yeah.
Phaedron, also you can sub to us too. I love you. I'm just teasing. Fuck. I'm sorry. I will gift this man a sub for that one. Now I feel awful. I'm gonna gift you a sub. Okay, I don't know if I can get out of this.
Water
I think.
break.
Oh, I think I've truly lost this one. Thank you.
How is it Rob drinking water is like the cartoon sound effect of someone drinking?
I have a deep throat.
And we're summoning boats again.
Oh, fuck. Hang on.
Hang on, let me do this right. Hash. And then, as if you say hashtag summon boat, someone has to go
Ooh, baby. Ooh la la.
TOS, 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 TOS. Phaedron, I'm with Cookie. I swear I've seen your name somewhere before, and I can't place it.
Hey everybody, welcome to WatchMojo.com, where we're going to be ranking the 10 best names of WBPO 76 subscribers.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Hashtag summon boat.
There we go.
What, Kai? What are you upset about?
Oh.
Video Mina
you
saw
know,
what
we
you
go.
did on the last map and went, hey, that worked. I'm going to do it.
There, I had to do the things to gift Phaedron
Yeah.
a sub.
Well, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. I can't win
We got
this.
him, everybody.
I have actually lost this one because I didn't get back to my castle because she was off map. And this guy can't get to him to help. What happened? Did I just get like a delayed effect from gifting the sub? That was weird.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to restart this one, unfortunately. I couldn't do it on one try. He is not powerful. He's not that powerful a mage, unfortunately.
Rob, it's okay. It happens to all guys sometimes. Sometimes you
Yeah,
just
really.
can't summon your boat.
Sometimes
it?
you
One-
can't summon the boat.
1-4-man performance anxiety.
Basically. Oh shit, I think those guys above will follow me and I just forgot about that. I'm gonna have to backtrack, which is not something you want to do in the early turns. It is unwise. But fortunately, we didn't have any casualties there.
The wisdom is un.
Okay, no, they just want to hurt me. I'm gonna risk something. I am not powerful enough a mage. Fuck nut. I don't want this fight. I do not want that fight.
Hashtag summon boat rental. Hey, Thunderclap.
I think that's illegal in most states.
Starscav says boats are so ruinous. Who could afford to pay for more than one?
Well, you see, that's why you don't buy it. You
A
summon it. It's
boat
different.
is certainly a sinking investment.
It's a hole in the water you throw money in.
Mm-hmm.
Or, as another friend of mine said, boat bust out another 1,000.
It's really fucking good. So now we know better than to take the diversion into Skull Island. So we're just gonna not do that this time. We're also gonna pop the
Did your
stable.
stats go back down or something?
I lost all of my equipment.
Oh, you lost all of your
I
equipment.
had that much in bonus gear.
Wow. And
For the record, everyone
Take
playing
all
along
away.
at home, Rob will remind you once again, this is a game where save scumming is required.
We actually had that conversation earlier. Not that
Yes.
anybody brought it up. We just talked about it for a minute.
we got in front of that.
Yeah, I was using it to get a battle just the way I wanted to, I think, or to sometimes I use it to reinforce a castle if I find out the enemy's going to attack from off screen, because why spend
Because
the money
that's
if I don't
horse
need
shit,
to?
and you can't. Yeah, that's horse shit, and you know.
Oh, we don't have a castle yet. I should probably go take care of that first. Whoops. Almost died.
That's the long way around.
Well, I honestly didn't want that fight with those goblin guys yet.
Couple guys.
And goblin guys. Yeah, just a gabagooley. What about it?
It's now official WBPL lore. Goblins are just from Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you saying?
I couldn't
saying-
begin to understand what greasy place that accent's from. I just did it. But that place has an issue with moistness.
They do summon a lot of boats.
Likely. I'd believe it. Fuck.
What?
I forgot to press the max button before I left the structure.
Oh.
And in doing so, I have to go back to the structure. Some people would leave the dwelling and come back, but really what you need to do is press the space bar. That way you re-enter whatever site you're in. If it's not something you just double click. Like, you can only double click things with an icon. So you can't double click this. You have to visit it every time you want to go to it. If you accidentally click out, if you find out you need more troops, if you want to leave guards, if you don't know, you can leave guards on a mine by going to a mine you've already flagged and pressing spacebar. You can do that the same turn in time you capture it.
You
leave
can
guards.
fucking what?
Yeah, you can leave guards at your most valuable mines. If this was on a contested border, I wanted to make sure he had to send an actual hero if he wanted to fucking touch it, I could drop my whole stack of shooters and my whole stack of gobos and just have them sit there and be like, fucking do it.
And what's the command for that again?
Spacebar.
Spacebar on a taken
26
mine.
fucking years I've been playing this game.
Double clicking also costs movement. Okay, even if it costs movement, maybe it doesn't cost as much as going onto a terrain block and coming back off of one. It is the superior Strat von Falkenstein,
I am.
my hero's nemesis.
Yes.
See, this is why I joined tonight, so I could learn.
I'm glad you did. You even mentioned, like, earlier, you were like...
I suck at this game.
You're like, can I, like, try and learn some pointers tonight? Can we, like, talk about some strats? And I was like, yes. Yes, please. Alright, I don't know. This is a tough map, if I'm honest. I don't know how I'm gonna beat this one. I may actually have to practice this one a little bit off stream to find a source of, or maybe a strat for it. Or maybe I'll just keep try it more next time. We got
keep slugging away at it.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes left, so we're not gonna be doing much more. But yeah, tonight was really fun, guys.
I'm glad that
Well, I'm
you
glad I
enjoyed
could be here for like 15 minutes.
I'm glad you could as well. Every little bit of you that I can get, buddy.
Ooh, summon boat.
There it was.
That's why we need it. This is why we need it. We didn't even know how badly we needed this.
Baby, I need you like I need a summoned boat.
Summon the boat.
Go summon the boat, baby.
Okay, that dude is just showing up with.
Yeah, they start with a lot of shit. This really is, like, when we looked at the level, this is the second to hardest difficulty. Here it is. It's called expert difficulty. It is one before impossible or like grandmaster. The player starts with a handicap and resources, and the computer plays to the best of its ability. The only
So the
way
computer
that
cheats. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what I read.
Only way that it gets harder is the next level up. You start every map with no resources. Period.
Okay. Mercury Alpha just hit the joke that had eluded me about summon boat is because sometimes you just want a motorboat.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
I don't know how.
Summon the boat. It's time for the motor. Burr, 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 burr. So this guy's got a lot of shit, but he doesn't have a lot of shit. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. He's also got a lot of dead things, and I got a spell that's like, hey, I'm gonna shit angel dust on some dead things. Unfortunately, Craig Heck has a limp, powerless dick. So he can only do 30 damage at a time to them. I suppose that I was showing that and really, like, shouldn't have gone through with it as part of that demonstration. But here I am.
On the road again.
With Craig Hack and his limp fucking dick. I'm gonna not do that spell again, you absolute fuckhead. I don't like the Craig Hack campaign, for the record. I think it is the worst of the Shadow of Death campaigns.
What's the best?
I don't know how most people say it, if it's Julu or Gelu. The crazy elf guy who creates forest rangers because he can. I'm gonna have to take this one. Like,
Oh, I remember that.
that's the best one. It's usually the introductory one. It's the best one, and then Yogg's is really unique and cool, and makes a much more powerful character than Craig Hack, because you end up using all 4 of them at the end of the campaign. They come together with all of their current levels and powers and stuff, and even some carryover artifacts. So it's pretty dope. And if you power them up properly through their individual campaign trails, then you actually can generate, like, really, like, titanically powerful characters that can turn, like, yeah, I've got 6 Wolf Riders. I'm going to go wipe out everything on the map now. Characters. Because they just have such a fucking power curve. Like, we just banish those things.
Is there a Sandor campaign?
Sandro? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you do play you do play the next phase of this entire thing, and I will, at that time, tell people how it ties into the overarching, like, entire mythos or, like, game world, I mean, of Might and Magic. But that'll be
Hey guys, this
all
game
be for
is
another day.
weird.
It is
Insofar as its story goes.
very weird. Anyway, we gotta go, guys. I gotta go. Thank you all for coming out. It's really good to be back and see so many familiar faces. I will not be scheduling these streams. You will only see me randomly, sometimes if somebody's taking a night off, or if there's just a gap in the schedule that's normally unfilled, or is kind of saved for random streams and nobody's claimed it and I happen to be free. I'll be focused completely on still continuing and beating the entire Might and Magic series. So, thank you all for coming out. And have a good night. Boys, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Summon boat.
Summon boat. God bless
Hashtag.
everyone. Summon fucking boats.
Hashtag summon boats.
Summon your boats to fuck, everybody.
Damn it.